He'll be in center field. Batting second, Jason Bartlett at shortstop. Chase Headley with a 14-game hitting streak on the line will be at third base. Brian Ludwig, who's been red hot with that bat, will be in left field batting cleanup. Brad Hopp will be at first base. He'll be hitting fifth. Aaron Cunningham getting a start today in the sixth spot. He'll be in right field. Batting seventh, Alberto Gonzalez at second base. Hitting eighth, Rob Johnson, the catcher, and pitching and batting ninth, Matt Latos. And, of course, this, to me, I think, is a really critical game for the Padres to win. They're up against a club that doesn't do well. And to take 3 out of 4 would be just right, Andy.
Absolutely. You want to be able to make some strides here in this longest homestand of the 2011 season, an 11-gamer. And this will be the 4th game of that homestand and the final game of this series as well. Padres certainly would like to take this series. No splits. And we'll see what happens out here against a young pitcher that none of the Padre hitters have seen, and a youngster by the name of Jordan Lyles. He'll be out there shortly. But Matt Latos, Jerry, has really been Matt Latos as of late.
Well, we need him. I'll tell you what, this is a big game to win. Simply from the standpoint, you got the Rockies coming in for 3. They're a hungry ball club, having problems of late, and they want to be tough. We'll see what happens. They lost today to the Giants 2-1, so we'll see how it goes. But right now, Padres and the Houston Astros battling. They get this one. Both clubs want it bad. The Padres maybe even more.
Absolutely right. All right, Michael Bourne will step in. Padres in the camouflage jerseys here, as they do on every Sunday home game, to honor the United States military. There's some of the Marine recruits with us today as well, up in the upper deck out in right field. And the Astros, for the first time, have switched up their jerseys a little bit today. They're going with the solid road grays today. So Matt Latos ready to face Michael Bourne. We'll get this one underway.
Tell his infield to get in, will you?
And the first pitch is in for a strike. Good fastball to get things started. 0-1.
Yeah, well, Bourne leads the league in stolen bases. The other day, he hit a routine ground ball and beat it out of first base.
And the next one took a little something off that, missing outside with the curve. 1-1.
I'm going to talk to our friend, Mr. Bartlett, at shortstop. He's really too deep for this guy. Second baseman's in tight.
Headley in on the edge of the grass at third. Now the 1-1 pitch to Michael Bourne. And it's a little bit high, 2-1. Bourne, a couple of hits last night, 2 for 5. 4 for 13 with a run batted in here in the series.
Yeah, and those 23 stolen bases leads the National League. He's a tough guy when he gets on.
Latos and the 2-1 delivery. And a little bit inside. Now 3-1.
He's not a good guy to walk, especially a guy that can run like this.
Latos hitting 94 with that last pitch, and he's following those orders that were given to him a few starts ago, and that's just to throw the baseball. Here comes the 3-1. That's right down the middle, taken for a strike. Another good fastball. Full count, 3-2.
You know, it's tough to take a 3-1 pitch when it's right down the middle, but you're the leadoff guy. You got to do it.
Latos working quickly. Full count pitch is in the air to left field. It'll be right there for Ryan Ludwig. Put it away. That's out number 1. Hit well, but right to Ludwig and left. And the first man retired.
I might mention Ludwig has picked up on his defense considerably in left field. A couple of balls in Colorado the other day got loose from him, but right now he's really doing the job out there.
So Clint Barmes will come to the plate now, the former Rocky, starting at shortstop here for the Houston Astros. Had a tough break coming out of spring training and literally broke his hand in the final week, and is still playing a little catch-up here as he'll take strike 1. Another good fastball from Latos, 0-1. Matt looking plateward, now ready to go. Here comes his 0-1 pitch to Clint Barmes, and a foul straight back. 0-2.
Threw it right by him at 95. I'll tell you what, he's got good stuff. If he gets the ball in the right spot, they're not going to hurt him, but it's got to be the right spot.
Barmes with a home run yesterday. It came after Aaron Harang probably thought he had Barmes struck out. The call was not given to him. The next pitch, of course, went out of the ballpark. There's the 0-2. And a foul back to the screen. Had that one by him as well at 94.
Well, when you throw at that speed, there's no question. Not many hitters can get the bat head out in front. They're hitting behind oftentimes, and that was exactly what happened there.
So Latos ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch now to Barmes is popped up right side. Going back now is Brad Hopp on the line, being called off by the second baseman Gonzalez, smartly making the catch. Just a step in fair territory in shallow right field for out number 2.
A good call, Andy. That was a good play by Gonzalez. He had the angle much better than the first baseman Hopp backing up. He came right at an angle, made an easy play out of it. Hopp would have had a tough time.
That's sun shining brightly down there in right field. The only shadows we see so far here in this 3:35 start are down in the left field corner and on the warning track out in the left. Here's Hunter Pence, and a big swing and a miss. Came out of his shoes right there on another big swing and a miss. Came out of his shoes right there on another good fastball by Latos. 0-1.
He's going for 17 or for the win, which is it? He's got a 16-game hitting streak.
Yes,
he went after a pitch that was very marginal.
311 hitter, number 10 in the National League. 43 runs batted in. That's good for fourth. And he bails out on a slider. Good one there from Matt Latos. 0-2.
I don't think he wants to walk.
First two retired. Scoreless game in the first inning. Well, the 0-2 by Matt Latos. Threw that one high. Looked like just a waste pitch anyway.
You know, both Richard and Latos were the guys the Padres were counting on dramatically. Now Latos has come around. Richard has got to get him going a little bit better.
So Pence will step out, slow the rhythm down of Matt Latos. He's ready on the 1-2. Here it comes, and a reach out and just poked it foul into the upper deck right side.
Well, those tush was over there, and the bat was over there.
Yep.
He didn't step into the ball. He went away from it.
He was bailing out. It's an unorthodox little hitting style, but boy, it certainly works for Hunter Pence.
Oh, boy, yeah, he can play.
Now the 1-2 pitch. Tried to check. Did he? He did, apparently. Well, Rob Johnson was ready to walk off the field. First base umpire Jerry Davis gave the safe sign.
He's the chief of umpires. He's the only guy who appeared that he thought it was that way. Everybody else thought it was the other way.
Yeah, I thought it was the other way, too. But we don't get the vote, do we?
Never do.
Here's the 2-2 now to Pence. He lines that one in toward right field. Hanging up, though. Denorfia making the grab. Actually, Aaron Cunningham making the grab. Nicely sticking with that one. And hung up just long enough for Cunningham to get there. And the Astros go in order here in the first. We're through a half inning. Astros nothing. Padres coming up. Padre Baseball, XX 1090 and the Padres Radio Network. As we move to the bottom of the first inning, Chris Denorfia will be the first batter here for the San Diego Padres against a young right-hander by the name of Jordan Lyles. He's making his second big league start. Called up on the 31st of May and taking the roster spot of the injured Wandy Rodriguez. No record at 2.57 on his ERA. One game. It came against the Cubs. No walks and 4 strikeouts. A little bit of a feeling out process here, I'm sure, the first time around for Padre hitters against this guy. And a first pitch swing and a little ground ball up the middle into center field, a base hit. So much for that.
Yeah, that was a case where Lyles was going to get ahead of the hitter, and the hitter was waiting for him. You know, one of the things I want you folks to watch when you come to the ball game, look at the outfield. On balls hit in the air, it's the first step that makes the play, and that's exactly what Cunningham did in that first inning, getting Pence. One hesitation or half a step the other way, you're done. He got it off with a crack of the bat and made the play. Nice work.
So Denorfia aboard. And so far, the leadoff spot for Denorfia this year, an on-base percentage of .355. And it just went up a little bit after that base hit.
So we're going to find out whether or not Lyles can hold men on. He's only 20.
Yes,
Anybody, I think he's the youngest big leaguer going today.
He's the youngest big leaguer currently, yes. 20 years old. He was born, I hate to even say this. There's the pitch to Bartlett, in for a strike, 0-1. He was born October 19th of 1990.
Yeah, this is when I graduated from high school. Isn't that amazing?
Oh,
they're bringing up younger all the time, especially on clubs that don't win. You know, they figure they can try them.
Denorfia, a pretty good lead over at first base. Not running. The pitch to Bartlett. Checks, and they'll appeal. And no swing, so the count evens at a ball and a strike. Well, if there's a stolen base today, we say congratulations to Charlene Miller. Our Steal a Meal contestant today of the Padres Steal a Bag. Charlene receives a McDonald's $25 gift card, a pair of tickets to a future Padre game. It's all courtesy of McDonald's and their 42-ounce soft drinks for just 79 cents. Enter to win at xx1090sandiego.com. And as soon as I was saying it, Denorfia was listening and wanted to get Charlene Miller some tickets. He started a run, but the ball was fouled out of play right side, 1-2 to Bartlett.
What I liked was the way Bartlett handled that fastball and went the other way with the pitch. He went hit behind the runner, which he did. Just a little bit too far behind, but basically he knows how to handle the bat. Not bad.
So Bartlett behind in the count, 1-2 strikes. Did not start last night. In there today. Denorfia not running this time, and a pitch low and outside, 2-2.
Well, a lot of managers don't run 2-2, but you don't know because by the time I say that, they start running.
Exactly.
But 3-2, it's automatic. But let's see what happens with Denorfia.
Scoreless in the first. Good size lead by Denorfia. He is not running, and a pitch inside, and it's checked on, and it's a full count, 3-2.
That's a good spot for the Padres right now. You know he's going to go at first base now with a 3-2 count on the hitter. Man, tough on the young pitcher.
So Denorfia off to his lead at first. There he goes. The 3-2 pitch is grounded foul. Third base. We'll do it again. I was talking to Dave Roberts, Padres first base coach, in the dugout the other day, and Doc is he's such a student of this game, and you can learn so much from him. We were talking about the ability for a runner to know he can get back to the bag, how long that lead is. And he said you have to watch the aggressiveness, not only in stealing a bag, but getting back to the bag. And there goes Denorfia again, and a chopper foul at home plate. He'll do it again. What I mean by that is, you have to really dive hard back into the bag as well.
Absolutely.
As much as you have to propel yourself toward the bag at second to steal.
Well, the game has changed dramatically, especially with the Padres. They're leading the league in stolen bases. They're very close. And you got a club like that, you got to know which way to go and when to do it.
Full count pitch once again to Jason Bartlett. Denorfia taking off again, and a swing and a foul tip at the plate again.
We got some oxygen for Denorfia down there.
Well, I don't know if Denorfia was doing his wind sprints before the game, but he's certainly getting a 90-foot workout right now. This will be the 9th pitch of this at bat right here, and Jason Bartlett has done this before. Well, this is what you want from your top of the order guys, your number 2 guy especially, a real good handler of the bat. Denorfia leads off again at first. And again he runs. This pitch is lined into the gap in left center field. Rounding second, on his way toward third base. Denorfia getting the green light. He will score easily as that ball rolls all the way to the wall. Here comes Bartlett digging for third. He'll slide in safely. And the Padres have taken the early lead once again. It's 1-0.
Tell you what, Andy, they haven't been doing a lot of that, but more recently they've been getting ahead early and staying there, especially those last 2 games. But basically, when you get a shot like that with a guy running, you got to run in a guy at third. Now here's a chance for the number 3 hitter. Headley go for number 15 in a row. They can make it.
Third triple of the year for Bartlett. That ball rolled a long way right into the area of the 401 sign in left center. As Jerry pointed out, Denorfia was already on the run. He scored easily, and Bartlett slid into third safely. His 18th run batted in. Infield comes about halfway, and Headley will take a pitch high for ball 1.
He's at a record 14 in a row for him. He's never done that before, and maybe make it 15 today. We'll see.
It's his longest streak. It's the longest streak by a Padre this year. And a swing and a miss. Cut fastball that time, 1-1.
You know what he's done this year so far? He's hit well both right and left-handed. Years past, he was 300 left-handed, about 150 right-handed. Now he's doing good on both sides, which is what you want.
Well, he's 277 righty, 275 lefty.
Pretty close.
And a check swing, pitch just inside, 2-1. Came back with a fastball again.
Has he thrown a breaking ball yet?
You know what? It's interesting you point that out. I'll tell you a story about that here in just a second. And now the infield comes all the way in, and Headley fouls it out of play left side this time, 2-2. You know, they have what they call a cut video of all the pitches that Lyles threw in his last start, and it was his first start ever. They came against the Cubs, and I sat there and I watched about 10 to 15 pitches. I did not see one.
Yeah.
Actually, I take that back. I saw 2 sliders. That was it. And a pitch low and outside. Full count again, 3-2.
That looked like a let-up pitch. I'm not sure, but there wasn't a fastball.
He does have the fastball around 91 miles an hour. Got a cut fastball. Slider change. His curve is his best pitch. 3-2, grounded up the middle. It's going to be knocked down nicely there by Barmes. He'll hold the runner at third and throw to first in time. Great play by Barmes, diving up the middle to save that ball from going into the outfield.
Well, there's a runner at third base the Padres simply have to get. They've lost a lot of those guys at third base with nobody out. Right now, the guy that got to do it is the guy who's up there in the RBIs in the National League, Ludwig. Let's see if he can do another one.
So Ryan Ludwig has hit safely in 18 of his last 22 games. A couple of runs batted in here in this series, too.
What a difference he's made. I don't know where it came from. Oh, remember that 0 for 19 or 20? You'd think he'd ever get a hit, and then suddenly...
Take a pitch inside, 1-0.
He came out of it, and did he come out of it? Wow.
Padres leading 1-0 on the RBI triple by Jason Bartlett. That followed the lead single by Denorfia. Runner at third base and only one away in the first inning. Now the 1-0, and Ludwig takes a strike. Even, 1-1. So he's predominantly fastball cutter. That's about 70% of his repertoire. As mentioned, slider, change, and curve. And a pitch inside again. 2-1.
It's pretty much all fastballs. Though. If you're a hitter, you got to look for the fastball. Unless he gets way ahead, then he might come up with something different.
He became the third youngest player ever to make his major league debut as a pitcher at Wrigley Field. That's where he made his first career start. 3-1 as that one misses low and outside.
That's unfair. Wrigley Field with the wind blowing out. It's a bad place to start.
His team came back and won a game for him, though. He did not get a decision. And Lyles was taking a little too much time, so Ludwig will step out. They play him straight up in the outfield. The infield about halfway with a runner at third. The 3-1. Inside, and it did hit him. Hit by a pitch is Ryan Ludwig. So now they're at the corners with only one away. And that'll bring up Brad Hoff, who in the first inning yesterday doubled in a couple of runs. The ball just grazed the jersey of Ryan Ludwig. It would have been ball 4 anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say, what difference? So how you keep score, folks. That's how.
I guess it's just bookkeeping.
Yeah.
And it will go as a hit by pitch. And not a base on ball. So they're at the corners again, and the infield will move back up the middle into double play depth. Not even with a bag at third is Chris Johnson. Here's Hopp, and he'll take a pitch outside for a ball. There was a cutter again, 1-0.
Well, this guy's got 22 pitches out there. He's got one out, for heaven's sake. You know, it's a long night the way he's going.
Off 1 for 2 yesterday with that double. And a check swing on a pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. Glenn Hoffman coaching down at third, going through some signs. As mentioned, Dave Roberts at first.
Outfield left side, infield right side.
And now the pitch to Hopp. It bears in on him. Too far in, 2-1. Another cut fastball. This one moving about 86 miles an hour. Padres leading 1-0 in the first inning. First and third with one away. Chance to get a couple of more here, or at least that runner from third. 2-1 pitch, and Hopp will lay off. It's in for a strike, 2-2.
You know, his cut fastball from here does not look like it breaks much at all.
Yeah.
Just maybe a half inch or something. That's all it needs, really. But basically, his fastball is his pitch, but he's got a spotter.
Now the count even at 2-2. Ludwig at first, Bartlett at third. And the old fake to third, world of first move that you barely ever see work. Robinson Cancel will go out in front of home plate. He'll go through a series of signs that's meant for the infielders in case the runner from first takes off towards second. See if the throw goes all the way through or gets cut off. 2-2 pitch. Hoff hits it in the air down the right field line, slicing away from Pence. That ball's going to fall in for a base hit. Heading toward the plate now is Bartlett. He's going to score. Cruising into third will be Ludwig. Hoff on an RBI single makes it 2-0 Padres.
I'll tell you what, he didn't hit it in the good part of the bat, but he got enough of it to make it work. That was a nice bit of work by Hoff at home plate. Believe me, that ball was in on him.
I said slicing away. It was actually hooking away there from Hunter Pence. I got confused with my golf swing there, but...
it landed for a single, right? We don't care.
Absolutely right.
Slice, floater, if it's a drop for a single, it's a single.
So Bartlett scores the Padres' second run. They scored 2 yesterday in the first inning and have duplicated that feat here. But now again they're at the corners with only 1 away. And Aaron Cunningham will come to the plate. Cunningham has driven in a big run here in this series as well.
Look at the numbers of the Padres. All of the hitting is in the first 5 hitters.
First one on the way, and that would look like the slider for the first time. It was low and outside for ball 1.
You go down below the 5 hitter, you got 200, 205, 176 in the pitcher. So there's not a lot after that. So right now, Cunningham can really help the cause.
Right, sunny day here in San Diego, 71 degrees at game time. And the pitch, Cunningham got fisted that time. It fouled it over the screen and out of play, 1-1.
He's a tricky player, Cunningham. He does so many things well, and he's never had a real chance to be a big league ball player yet, where he can stay in there for a week or 2 or 3.
Cunningham hit a grand slam in this ballpark last year. It was his first Padre home run. Came in interleague series against Toronto off Brett Cecil to dead center field. Here's the 1-1. And a strike called on the outside corner. That was his best fastball.
Yeah. This is the spot if you can do it. A hit and run is exactly what you need. Hit the ball on the ground, get the guy at second or first, but the run comes in from third, don't get the double play. Hit and run's going to be a big advantage.
Now the 1-2 to Cunningham. Ground ball left side. It'll be fielded by Barmes. He'll throw to second for 1. The return throw is not going to be in time, and a run's going to score. A hustling Cunningham allows Ludwig to score. It's 3-0 Padres.
Good work by Cunningham. A slower man, you're out of the inning, you lose the run.
So Hawk retired on the fielder's choice, 6-4. And now with 2 away, it'll be Aaron Cunningham at first base. And Alberto Gonzalez will come to the plate starting at second base today. 3-0 Padres first inning. And a throw over, and Cunningham had to dive back into the bag safely.
So Gonzalez is a second baseman, is a steady fielder. He's not a great playmaker, but he certainly can handle balls hit to him nicely. Good arm as well.
And the pitch, line shot, shortstop, fielded by Barmes. And the inning has come to an end. But the Padres scored 3 in this first inning. 3 runs on 3 hits. And 1 man is left after a full inning. It's the Padres 3 and the Astros nothing. This is Padre Baseball, XX 1090 and the Padres Radio Network. If you have questions for Jerry or myself and you want to send us an email, you can feel free to do that here in the booth. MyPadres at xx1090sandiego.com. Again, the address is MyPadres at xx1090sandiego.com. We go to the top of the second. Padres have a 3-0 lead. It'll be Carlos Lee to lead it off here against Matt Latos. Latos and the first pitch in for a strike. Two-seam fastball on the outside corner that time, 0-1. Carlos Lee was 1 for 4 last night. Here's the 0-1. And that's a good location for a fastball on the inside corner, taken for strike 2.
If Latos spots the ball, which he will, you can't hit him.
0-2 to Lee, and a little bit low. Took a little something off that last pitch on the curve, 1-2.
We forget he won 14 games last year. Isn't too bad, you know.
Absolutely. 1-2 on the way now. And a ground ball left side. Will be fielded there by Chase Headley. He'll take his time, throw it across in time. And Carlos Lee is out, number 1. First 4 in a row set down here by Matt Latos on this Sunday afternoon. And that'll bring to the plate Jeff Keppinger.
Incidentally, Hawaiian Airlines doesn't just fly you to Hawaii. They fly you nonstop with authentic Hawaiian hospitality on a roomy, wide-body plane. HawaiianAirlines.com. How about that?
I've been on a few of those Hawaiian Airlines planes.
Well, yeah, but you had to go to L.A. to make it now, right from here.
Nonstop. Good stuff. So here's Keppinger. Did not start last night. Went 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter. And he'll take a strike. 0-1. Keppinger really just getting going here on this season. He missed the first 50 games, recovering from off-season foot surgery. 0-1, just missing inside.
Well, I don't want to put the snake on Latos, but he is doing a great job by getting ahead of the hitters.
1-1 now to Keppinger. And a lash into left field, a base hit. 93-mile-an-hour fastball on the inner half. And Keppinger did not miss it. And that ends the string of 4 straight set down here by Matt Latos and the first base runner for the Astros. Brett Wallace will come up.
Pretty good numbers. 314 batting average.
Wallace has been traded around a little bit. Came over from the Toronto Blue Jays mid-season last year. Solidifying things at first base for them, where Lance Berkman used to play. And a pitch in for a strike on the inside corner, 0-1.
I would get all the players in the field together and say, everybody who's been with the same club for 2 years, raise your hand. No one will raise it.
It's
unbelievable.
You're right. Lots of movement. Latos has his sign. Check of the runner at first, Keppinger. Now the 0-1 pitch to Wallace, curve in for a strike. Dandy right there, 0-2.
Took a little off, breaking ball, perfect.
He's been getting a steady diet of fastballs. You sneak that curve by him, and he's not ready to swing. So Latos ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way, and it's fouled out of play, third base side. Got in on him, right off the bat handle that time.
Well, people don't realize that when they watch the ball club that 3 of the regulars aren't playing. You know, they got a center fielder, a second baseman, the catcher. The catcher's closer. I think Hundley's going to be back quicker than the other 2.
Yeah, Hundley hit a 3-run homer last night for Tucson, catching 6 innings.
Good for him. How's his hand?
He's feeling good, yeah.
I hope so.
He's feeling good. Long set. Here comes the 0-2 now to Wallace, and a drive down the right field line. That's going to be a fair ball in toward the corner. Rounding second, on his way to third now is Keppinger. He'll be held there. Wallace digs for second. He'll stand with a double. An 0-2 pitch that caught much too much of the plate.
That was a slider that didn't slid. Right over the plate.
And now the Astros are in business here. They bring the tying run to the plate here with 1 away in the second inning. 3-0 Padres. Wallace improving upon a .314 batting average with that double. And now Chris Johnson will come up. First base open. And the catcher Cancel on deck.
So that's the one you got to keep your eye on if you're the pitcher, because Cancel's hitting 8th and Lyle's 9th, the pitcher.
Runners off at second and third, and the pitch a little bit inside to Johnson, 1-0.
Even if you walk this guy, you got 2 pats. He's coming up after him, so don't get careless and lay something into a pretty good hitter.
Speaking of Nick Hundley, he's going to catch again today for Tucson and probably DH tomorrow. Then they'll make some kind of a decision. His oblique says he says the oblique is fine.
Good.
Here's the 1-0 pitch and a pop up down the right field line. That is going to slice foul and get out of play. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. You know, the other walking wounded is Cameron Maben was out in the outfield today. He was taking ground balls in the outfield.
Running around pretty good too.
Yeah, and he's going to take some live batting practice tomorrow.
And what is Mr. Hudson doing?
Hudson's close.
Getting better. Okay.
They said he's close to resuming some baseball activities. It's certainly good news on the health front. At least guys are getting a little more healthy. Snap throw back behind the runner at third. Not in time. Ooh. Headley bouncing up and down thinking he got him. Tichenor, the third base umpire, the final decision maker there, did not agree.
Yeah, give Johnson credit for the throw. Good throw by the catcher. Right on the money.
Let's take another look. It was close. The only saving thing was that Keppinger did the smart thing. He dove for the part of the bag that was going to avoid the tag. And that's what happened. So it's 2-1 on Chris Johnson. 3-0 Padres. Second inning. Pop-up foul. Straight back and out of play. 2-2 now the count here on Chris Johnson.
This guy's making me nervous. He's had some pretty good cuts up there, and they got the 2 patches behind him.
Somebody over there in the terrace made a great catch. Nicely done, young lady.
Made her weak.
That'll be a story she'll tell for a week or so, maybe 2, 3. Now Latos ready to go on his 2-2. Here it comes, and a liner foul again, right side. A little bit beyond where that last one went.
Tell you what, Andy, this guy's having too many good cuts at Latos. You got to be careful. I keep saying you got a guy named Robbie Cancel or Cancel, what's his name anyway, who's never been in the big leagues. He's 0 for 3 in the big leagues. The next hitter, then after that, the pitcher. Be careful with this guy.
I think that might have been paraphrasing what Rob Johnson was just talking about Latos about as he went for a brief conference. Let's see what they decide here on a 2-2 pitch. Second and third for the Astros. 1 away. And out of the plate. And a swing and a miss. Pulled the string on the slider. Strike 3 and Johnson down. That's 2 away. And Robinson Cancel will come to the plate now. Second and third and 2 away. And the Padres up 3-0.
Piece of cake. Piece of cake.
You've got it all figured out, don't you?
Good breaking ball. Good breaking ball.
Good location on it, too. And now Cancel will be walked intentionally to load the bases for the pitcher, Lyles. So there's ball 1 wide. There are those who are fans of baseball that like to see the game speeded up a little bit, and they say, why don't you just say if you're going to intentionally walk a guy, just say you're going to walk him and let him go to first base.
Did you see the Boston score the other day? 21 players from the Red Sox. They only have 25, for heaven's sakes. 4 pitchers didn't get in the game. I can't believe it.
So Cancel will take his base. And that'll bring up Jordan Lyles.
Don't know much about him. He's 1 for 3 lifetime, I guess. Doesn't have many at-bats, of course, but here's a guy you ought to burn.
So that loads the bases for the pitcher. 3-0 Padres second inning. And the first one by Latos is a fastball low and outside, 1-0. Lyles with a single in his major league debut there against the Cubs. And 3 tries, as Jerry said, 1 for 3. Here's the 1-0. And that's low, 2-0. You can't walk the bases loaded and then fall behind the pitcher, 2-0. Lots of grumbling in the crowd right now. Keppinger's at third, Wallace at second, and Cancel on at first. Latos and the 2-0 pitch. Down the middle, taken for a strike, 2-1. That's the case here where you just throw the fastball and say, hey, if you can hit it, go for it.
Well, you simply can't walk him.
2-1. Here it comes to Lyles. And a high fly ball into right field, but right there is Aaron Cunningham. He'll make the grab, and that's the inning. So the Astros load the bases here in the second inning, but do not score on a couple of hits and 3 men left. Bottom of the second coming up. Padres 3, Astros nothing. Padre Baseball, XX 1090 in the Padres Radio Network. To the bottom of the second inning, Padres have a 3-0 lead. Andy Mazur and Jerry Coleman with you. Ted Leitner rejoins us on Tuesday. It is Sunday here at the ballpark. It's always Kids Day on Sundays, and kids are going to be able to run the bases after the game today. They also got their ice cream helmet sets today. 1969 helmet and also the current helmet. You can put some ice cream in there a little bit later on, and good to see all these youngsters here at the ballpark today. Enjoying so far 3-0 Padres second inning.
Actually, a very nice crowd, to be honest with you.
It's also Girl Scouts Day here today. Many of the local Girl Scout troops are here. They took part in a pregame scavenger hunt around the ballpark as well. They presented the colors before the national anthem today, which was presented by the San Diego Children's Choir. They did a great job today as well. Rob Johnson will lead it off, and the first pitch is high for ball one.
Well, gang, keep your ears listening to Andy and Ted, because I tell you, we have a lot of great things going on this year you just love.
And a pitch in for a strike, 1-1. Yesterday was the giveaway of the gnomes, the garden gnome, and
yeah, I got one of those.
Yeah, they're pretty
Looks
cool.
Just like me.
Here comes the 1-1 from Lyles, and that's high, 2-1.
You know, every time I see the Astros, I think of the Astrodome. I did the first game ever played in the Astrodome. A guy named Joe Morgan was playing second base.
I remember that guy.
Yeah.
Here's a 2-1. Grounded down the third base side, but just foul. It'll be even now, 2-2.
And they had a guy by the name of Mickey Mantle playing for the other side. And I'll tell you one thing, that was such an exciting moment. A new ballpark like this, a closed dome, the whole works. Man, oh man. Now it's old hat.
Now the new place over there, the football stadium right next to it, just dwarfs it. There's a foul ball just below us. That's about the closest one I think I've seen come to us in a while.
Not many get up here, I'll tell you that. If it came up here, I'd duck under the desk. We had a broadcaster named Mel Allen try to catch a foul ball like that, and he broke his finger. Bad pair of hands.
There's the 2-2. Outside, full count, 3-2. I say I trust Ed down there. Ed running the camera right below us here. He missed it by that much, didn't he? Yes, he did.
It's so much fun at the ballpark, folks.
Here's a 3-2. Smacked into center field, pretty well hit, but Bourne tracking that one, drifting back and making the catch, a little bit shy of the warning track. Rob Johnson continues to hit the ball hard, but does not have a lot to show for it here in this series.
Hey, guys, get to the ballpark early for Padres Photo Day, presented by Verizon on Sunday, June the 12th. Padres taking on the Nationals at 105+. The first 8,000 youngsters, that's 14 and younger, you're going to receive Padres sweatbands and presented by Northgate Gonzalez Market. What more do you want? I've seen those. They're great. Keep them perspiring on your wrist. Visit Padres.com today for your tickets. And photo day, incidentally, is from 11 to noon. All your kids get here early and get the pictures.
Here is Matt Latos, pitcher taking ball one. Matt has one hit on the year. It was a home run here in this ballpark. 1 for 18.
No, he made it count.
And a pitch in for a strike. Keeps the count at 1-1. Matter of fact, he was the first and only Padres pitcher to ever hit a home run in this ballpark.
Really? I didn't know that. Shows you how rotten the pitchers hitters were.
Pitch is outside, 2-1.
Good pitch, but couldn't hit.
Yeah. Hey, that's okay,
They just flash that number 1 up there on the HR sign.
His second big league home run, the 2-1 pitch, is low and in. 3-1 to Latos.
Well, I'm always torn with a pitcher. Got to last a little while to get on base, have to run, so forth. But let's see what happens.
3-1 from Lyles. Swing and a miss. Took something off that a little bit. A little cutter, and it's full. 3-2. It's fun to watch the pitchers take batting practice. They take it very seriously. 3-2. Foul tip held by Cancel. That is strike 3. And Cancel airmails the around the horn throw down to first base. It'll go into right field.
See, what drives managers nuts is pitchers can't bunt. And that's what they want them to do. They don't expect them to hit. But they have these hitting contests during batting practice. How far the ball is, where they hit it, and so forth. Oh, well.
Of course, it's for entertainment purposes only.
Certainly.
And here is Chris Denorfia, who has done a fantastic job for Buddy Black in the leadoff spot. Taking over in right field after Will Venable was sent to Tucson to work on his swing a little bit. 3-0 is the Padres lead here in the bottom of the second, and strike 1 throw. 0-1.
Haven't heard much about him down there. He got off to a decent start, but since then it's been kind of quiet.
He cooled off a little bit. A check swing roller, first base side, now 0-2. He was 3 for 4 in last night's game. His batting average is at .212.
Not good enough for AAA.
Yeah.
Could be better.
He's really struggling. It's tough to see too. Will's a great kid, a whole bunch of talent as well.
Well, he can do everything else. He can run, he can throw, he can field, but the bat hasn't found itself yet.
Hopefully it will soon. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And just got a piece to Denorfia. Fouled it back to the screen. Still 0-2. Cabot Stains. Well, you're probably never going to take the field in the majors, but you can certainly look like a pro in your own backyard. Finish your deck with Cabot Wood Stains, the one in the yellow can. Cabot, that's pro. 0-2 now to Denorfia. Tried to check, could not. Strike 3, inning over. And as rough as the first inning was for Jordan Lyles, was as easy as the second inning was. He goes 1-2-3 with a couple of strikeouts. We've played 2. Padres 3, Astros 0. Padre Baseball, XX 1090 in the Padres Radio Network. special treat coming up on Saturday, June 11th. The Padres will take on the Nationals at 5:35. Both of those teams are going to wear their 1936 uniforms. PCL Padre uniforms and the Washington Senator uniforms. First 25,000 fans in attendance take home a Padres vintage cap presented by Cox Channel 4. Don't wait. Get those tickets. Do it today at Padres.com and join us Saturday, June 11th. Padres and Nationals at 5:35. Padres and Astros here. Top of the third. Padres leading 3-0. And Michael Bourne squared to bunt. Took the pitch outside for ball one.
I'd like to tell you, Andy, I saved my uniform the year I managed, and it would fit right into that element. So anybody wants one, give me a call.
Latos and the 1-0. Bourne not showing bunt this time. The curve is a little bit outside, 2-0.
Well, if he gets on, he loves to run. Those are the kind of guys that drive your wacko.
Here comes the 2-0 by Latos. It's in there for a strike, taking, and 2-1. Well, not only does Bourne lead the National League and Major Leagues in stolen bases, he's right up there in infield hits and bunt hits also. 2-1, low and outside. Good backhand stab there by Johnson, 3-1.
This guy's got speed on his behalf. Hitting only 275, though. You'd think a little better with that speed.
3-1 now to Michael Bourne. Checks, takes it low, ball four. Lead walk. And Michael Bourne aboard. Clint Barmes will now come to the plate. 3-0 Padres, third inning.
Yeah, one thing this does for the pitcher, he's got his eye on that guy, and you want him to concentrate on the hitter. Sometimes you lose your perspective when you're thinking more about the runner than the hitter. So let's see what happens here.
So Barmes 0 for 1. Popped out to the second baseman Gonzalez in the first inning. Padres retired them 1-2-3 in the first. Not a huge lead by Bourne. He'll shuffle off a little bit there to a secondary lead, and Barmes takes strike one.
Well, if it was a 7th or 8th inning, he wouldn't run. But right now, with all this time to go, he might just take off anytime he gets a shot.
Dave Clark, former big leaguer, in the box at third. Bobby Meacham, former Padre coach and San Diego State Aztec, in the box at first base for the Astros. The 0-1 is a pop-up on the infield. Latos pointing. Who wants it? Chase Headley is calling. Front of the mound. Makes the catch. Big first out here for Matt Latos as he gets Barmes to pop out for the second consecutive time. Don't exhale yet, because the meat of the order coming up here with Hunter Pence, followed by Carlos Lee.
Yeah, Pence heading in with that 16-game hitting streak. He's really been hot, no question. When you got that many in a row, you're doing a job.
Pence also in the top 10 in the National League in daytime batting average.
You know, I've often wondered what difference does it make, daytime, nighttime,
Yeah, they need to have a staff for everything. You know that.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Keeps people busy. Throw to first, chasing Bourne back to the bag. Not a big lead again.
But does that mean he can't see at night, or he can see better than the day? Who knows? Maybe he just got hot for that week. I'll look into that. I'll give you an answer when I
launch an investigation, please.
Okay.
3-0 Padres in the third. Bourne not running, and the pitch to Pence is high, 1-0. Hunter Pence doing the old school thing there, wearing those socks all the way up to the knees.
I kind of like that. At least you know where the strike zone is.
Makes him look faster, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, some of those things are lap into the shoes, for heaven's sakes.
That's right. Now the 1-0 pitch to Pence. Line foul, right side out of play. 1-1 now. He takes a healthy cut. He certainly does not get cheated at the plate. It's a lot of leg, a lot of high leg kick.
Well, he got 8 home runs to go with that .311 batting average.
One and one to count. There goes Bourne. Big jump. Check swing. Pitch strike. Throw down on the bag. Not going to be in time, though. Right on the bag, though, was that good throw by Rob Johnson. Just an eyelash late as Bourne got a good jump and steals number 24 on the year. You got a good step and a half against Latos. And it was a good throw. Ball and runner arriving around the same time.
He's the kind of guy who wouldn't put a bind but try for third.
That's a good point.
With one out.
Keep an eye on him. Again, it was called a strike as Pence tried to swing to protect him and came up empty, so it's 1-2 now. 3-0 Padres, third inning. The 1-2 pitch to Pence. Hit well to right field. Backing up now, and Cunningham still going back. Makes a running grab near the warning track. He'll get that ball back into the infield as Bourne was halfway between second and third. Did not have a chance to tag up.
That's the second guy that Hunter Pence has tried to hit one over his head. He did it Cunningham in the first inning. He got him on the one coming, and this one over the head. And I'll tell you what, he got that thing at the last instant. That was almost gone. Not over the wall, but over his head.
Pitch kind of running away from Pence. Good job to go the other way and hit it pretty well. But Aaron Cunningham, we've seen over his year and some change up here in the big leagues with the Padres, the ability to play the outfield. So here's Carlos Lee with a man at second and 2 away now. Padres leading 3-0. Swing and a miss. Oh, good pitch by Latos. Breaks out the slider.
Defense is a great part of baseball, but if you're an outfield and you don't hit, you got a tough job ahead of you, believe me.
So the man they call El Caballo, the horse, Carlos Lee.
Been around a long time.
At the plate with an 0-1 count, Matt Latos and the pitch. Fastball. Did not miss by a whole bunch. A little bit outside, maybe. 1-1 now.
I want to see that again. You know what I mean?
Well, here you go.
I'm grumpy anyway. You know.
Looked like a strike. Bourne at second with 2 away. And the 1-1 pitch takes that outside. 2-1. Outfield is straight up. A little bit of a modified shift as Alberto Gonzalez playing almost behind the bag at second base. Now he'll back off. And the 2-1 pitch. Strike call. 2-2.
So Lee's the kind of hitter. He's not thinking of a base hit. He's thinking of a home run. That's all he does is try to hit home runs. He's a big, strong guy from Panama and has some kind of a farm down there, I think, in the wintertime. Maybe all year, but he works it in the wintertime.
So Lee with an even count at 2-2. Latos trying to get out of it here without any damage. We'll look back at Bourne. Now to the plate, the 2-2. Lined in toward left field. That is going to fall in for a base hit. Bourne is going to score, and the Astros are on the board. RBI single by Carlos Lee. It's now a 3-1 Padre lead.
Yeah, one thing that's happening here, that's heading towards 60 for Matt Lee. We're only in the third inning. That's a lot of pitches. Generally, if you keep going at that pace around 80, it's the sixth inning, and you're pretty much in trouble.
That is RBI number 29 for Carlos Lee. And the Astros have scored their first run of the game, 3-1 Padres. Padres got 3 in the first if you're just joining us, and now the Astros on the board here in the third. And a pitch to Keppinger is a little bit low for ball 1. Lots of grumbling in the crowd. You hear all these umpires that are sitting behind home plate. Hey, they're into it. That's what you want to see. And you want to hear that. Here's the 1-0. Inside, popped out of the glove of Johnson. Not far enough for any advance. 2-0.
Well, arguing with the umpires these days is not a very happy thing to do. You get thrown out in a hurry. I mean,
just ask Buddy Black.
But Black hardly blinked and he was thrown out of the game the other day.
It's the second time this year that Buddy has been tossed without even coming out onto the field, you know. And he got his money's worth afterwards. I have never seen him quite that hot.
No, I noticed that as well. It was amazing.
Here's a 2-0 pitch. A bouncing ball over the mound towards second base. Will be fielded by Gonzalez. He'll throw to first in time. Inning over. A run did score on a hit and a man left after 3.5 innings and our 15th out of the game. That's brought to you by Geico. In the time it takes to wait in line for the concession stand, you can get a quote with Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more. Jason Bartlett leads it off here for the Padres in the bottom of the third. A 3-1 Padres lead. Bartlett tripled in a run and scored a run in the first. And Lyles' first pitch low and outside for ball one. So as mentioned, Jordan Lyles making just his second big league start. 2010 Astros minor league pitcher of the year. And a pitch called a strike on the outside corner. 1-1.
So he's picked up the pace pretty good after that first inning where he had some trouble. But so far done quite well. Retired the last 5 hitters in a row.
1-1 to Bartlett. Grounded sharply down the third base side. Knocked down by Johnson. Will have no play. Johnson diving toward the line. Knocked it down. But an infield single for Jason Bartlett. He's 2 for 2.
He saved the double. No question about that, Andy. That ball was headed for left field for 2. And the third baseman, Chris Johnson, I don't know where he came from, made a great stop.
So Bartlett now with a triple and a single. And here is Chase Headley, still with that 14-game hitting streak. First pitch to him was a bit high and outside. Ball one. 1-0.
His fastball is a little less than it was before. That's under 90 right there.
Big young kid, 6'4", 212. Born in North Carolina, now living in South Carolina. And a high fly ball to deep left center field. Chasing now Bourne. Still reaching back. This ball's going to go off the wall. Rounding third on his way toward the plate. It's going to be Jason Bartlett. He'll score without a throw. Double by Headley. It's now a 15-game hitting streak, and it's now a 4-1 Padres lead.
Hey, for up to 70% off HD, TVs, DVDs, electronics, furniture, supplies, groceries, designer fashions, and more, visit GTM discount stores in Santee and Lemon Grove, gang. Click GTMstores.com for weekly specials and valuable coupons. And that was all right. I thought I was going to go out of there for a moment.
Certainly didn't miss by a whole bunch. Opposite field. And Headley's career best hitting streak rolls on at 15 games. That ties the longest one of the Padres the last couple of years. Yorvi Torrealba had a 15-gamer a year ago for the Padres. So here's Ryan Ludwig. He'll take a slider low for ball one.
Well, we got the good guys coming up. When I say good guys, the guys who drive in the runs and score the runs.
21st run batted into the year for Chase Headley. And a swing and a miss. Big cut there by Ryan Ludwig.
One thing Ludwig does a lot of is hit line drives at clubs and other players right where they're standing and freezes the runners. Let's see what he does in this one.
1-1 the count on Ryan Ludwig. The pitch by Lyles. A little bit inside, taken for ball two. Nice crowd gathered here on this Sunday afternoon. We are glad you're with us wherever you might be here today. 2-1 off speed, in for a strike. 2-2.
Who won the marathon?
That's a really good question.
Started at 3:30 instead of 1:05.
The rock and roll marathon. We're on through the streets of San Diego earlier today and some of the outer regions. 2-2 now the count here on Ryan Ludwig. Man at second, nobody out. Check swing, it's high, full count. So the Padres get that run back. The Astros scored at the top of the third. Now again with a 3-run lead at 4-1. Lyles will look in. Full count pitch. Inside, ball four, first and second. Nobody out. Brad Hawk will come to the plate. He drove in a run last time up.
Well, for the second time, Ludwig ran the count 3-2. The first time it nipped him, and it was called a hit batter, but it was ball four. This one was a legitimate ball four, down to first base.
Good for the on-base percentage. A couple of times on base. And Clint Barvis, the shortstop, will come in and have a quick heart-to-heart with Lyles.
Yeah, if you get the ball, throw it to me.
Very much so, yeah.
It's one thing each infielder should do, whoever's in charge out there, to tell a pitcher where to throw the ball when he gets it. He don't want to look around and decide short, second. He should know before it ever's thrown.
So here's Brad Hawk. First pitch to him is outside for ball. 1-0. So the RBI double by Chase Headley. has him standing at second base, and now Ludwig at first.
And Hop's had some big hits, too.
Yes, he has. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Cut through that fastball. 1-1. No signs from Glenn Hoffman. The universal sign for get a hit. Kind of a clap of the hands. Lyles sets away from the chest, and the 1-1 pitch. It looked like he was going to call it a strike. It's outside 2-1.
Yeah, Hoffman at third base. We used to kid him. Say, hey, what do you do? They stand there and look. Don't you ever wave anybody around? He said, nobody's out there. Well, things are changing. Let's hope it stays that way.
2-1. The pitch by Lyles. Fouled straight back to the screen. Got in on him just a little bit. Hop under it just a tad as well. It's even now 2-2. Glenn Hoffman, one of the all-around good guys in this game.
Yeah.
And
struggle to start.
Absolutely. A big anniversary for his little brother, Trevor Hoffman, coming up tomorrow. It was 4 years ago tomorrow that Trevor Hoffman saved his 500th game in a win against the Dodgers right here in this ballpark.
Years go by.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Line foul, third base side, out of play.
Well, one thing about the American League, it's all over. Every team is a final over there. Nashville still staggering around with about 2 spots besides this one.
We'll get you updated on some of those scores as we move along here. First and second for the Padres with nobody out in the fourth. The 2-2 pitch fouled back to the screen. Good rip again. A reminder that you can catch the Padres even when you can't listen to them here on XX 1090 with MLB.tv. Subscribe today to catch every Padre game live or on demand on your computer. You can visit Padres.com to order and get all the details at MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere. 4-1 Padres in the third, and a swing and a foul tip held and popped down on strikes. First out for the Padres here in this third inning. That'll bring up Aaron Cunningham. Run scored as he drove in a run with a fielder's choice ground out. That came in the first inning.
I'm going to give Lyles credit on that pitch. That was a perfect spot, up and in, right at the marginal strike area, and Pop just couldn't get with it.
Runners are first and second, and Cunningham will take an off-speed pitch in for a strike. One of the first curves we've seen him throw here today. It's 0-1. It was very effective.
Well, he's kind of feeling his way along. I'll tell you, he's a young kid who doesn't look too bad, actually, overall.
0-1 on Cunningham. Holds that bat high over his head in his setup. 1-1 pitch. On the ground foul, third base. It'll roll into the dugout. 0-2. It's interesting, too, when you see guys that have their hands way up like that when they start. Craig Counsell comes to mind, too. But as soon as that pitcher goes into his motion and ready to go, those hands come straight back down and get into the hitting zone.
It's a motion thing that puts him in, as you said, into a hitting mode or whatever.
Here's the 0-2. Grounded down the third base line. Hugged that line and just went foul. Wow. That was close.
6 inches. Maybe. Very close.
And it looks as though Cunningham broke his bat. He'll get some new lumber. One more bounce there, and that would have been a double, and it may have cleared the bases. As they say, this is a game of inches.
Frustrating at times and delightful at other times.
Absolutely right. Chris Johnson getting dirty again there, making a dive toward the line. 4-1 Padres in the third. 0-2 the count here on Aaron Cunningham. Runners on at first and second. The 0-2 pitch. Line foul again, third base side. He's getting some good hacks.
Yeah, one of the things that's changed defense in baseball is the glove. We don't talk about that a lot, but it's true. And there are certain regulations on the size of the glove, which I think nobody even pays any attention to. It's like a highlight basket out there. Catch anything, but they make plays now that weren't made 30, 40, 50 years ago.
0-2 pitch now to Cunningham. In the air to center field. Bourne is now tracking into right center field. Going back to tag is Headley. Catch made. Headley heads toward third base, and he will get there without a throw. So 2 away. Productive in the sense that it gets Headley to third. And now they're at the corners with 2 away, and Alberto Gonzalez will come up.
He hit the ball hard at times. They did the first time up when they hit a shot to the shortstop. Let's see what happens this time. Well, an unappreciated, unknown guy is what he is. And he knows how to play. Got a good arm. Defense okay.
0 for 1 today. Lined out to short. Pitch on the way to Gonzalez. He'll take a strike on the inside corner. 0-1. Alberto started at shortstop yesterday. Got that little extra insurance run. One of the 3 runs that scored in the 8th inning for the Padres yesterday on an RBI single. Headley creeping down the line at third. The 0-1 is a sky-high pop-up into shallow left. It'll be Barmes coming in. Carlos Lee is being called off apparently, and Barmes stuck with that one and almost lost that play over his left shoulder. But he makes the catch, and the inning has come to an end. Padres add a run on the double by Headley. Extends the hitting streak to 15. And with that third out, get into a participating submarine at California Subs for a delicious 3-inch sub, plus a bag of all-natural pop chips. It's a meal under $350. Back here at Petco Park, we go to the top of the 4th inning in a 4-1 Padres lead. Matt Latos on the mound here. Brett Wallace, first baseman for the Astros, will be first up. First pitch to him is in the dirt, and a good backhand stop there by Rob Johnson. 1 ball, no strikes. If you're just joining us, Padres got 3 in the first. RBI triple by Jason Bartlett. RBI single by Haup. RBI infield ground out by Aaron Cunningham. Wallace chops it foul first base, 1-1. The Astros answer with a run at the third on a single by Carlos Lee with 2 away. And the Padres got that one back, that is, in the 3rd inning on an RBI double by Chase Headley to extend his hitting streak to a career high 15 games in a row. 1-1 to Wallace. Just off the plate outside, 2-1. So Latos coming off a couple of pretty good starts. In fact, very good starts. And now the 2-1 pitch to Wallace. And it's a bit high and outside for a ball, 3-1. Last one came in Atlanta, and the heat there at Turner Field. 6 innings of work, 5 hits, a couple of runs. Walk total got up there a little bit, 4, but 7 strikeouts and another quality start. Here's a 3-1 to Brett Wallace. And a little weak grounder up the first base side, fielded here by Haup. He'll flip underhand to Latos on the bag. He just kicked the cushion, grazed it enough to call the out. And the first man is retired here for the Astros in the fourth.
Gang, all-you-can-eat seats are a great way to enjoy all your favorite ballpark foods and a field-level ticket for only $29.50. Enjoy all-you-can-eat, Wiener Schnitzel, hot dogs, popcorn, peanuts, soda, water, the whole works. Tickets are on sale now at Padre.com. Call this number, 619-795-5555, and have a ball.
Here's Chris Johnson, the third baseman. And a pitch low for ball one. Latos got a win in the home game here against the St. Louis Cardinals. That was just before the last road trip started. His longest outing of the year at 8 innings. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Inside. 2-0. He's falling behind.
Yeah, these two pitchers working hard. Lyles was 74 pitches in 3 innings, and Latos was 60 in 3 innings, so he was better off that way.
Padres lead at 4-1, top of the fourth. Base is empty and one away, the 2-0. Tried to check, did he? He did not. It's called a swing, and Johnson can't believe it. Trying to toss the bat lightly in the air. And
umpires love it when you walk away and mumble to yourself, because they know what everybody's thinking and what you're thinking. You just don't say it, that's all.
2-1 now the count. They shade Johnson in the outfield toward right field. Here's the 2-1. And a grounder sharply to the shortstop. Backhanded nicely there on a tough hop by Bartlett. Throw to first in time. Nice play by Jason Bartlett all the way around. A tough little last hop there. He made the play and threw him out.
Tell you what, you're right about that. That was a half hop at the last minute, and he had the backhanded. He wasn't in front of the ball, but he got it nicely and made the play. But basically, that could have been real tough.
So Robinson can't sell. Catcher will come to the plate now with 2 outs and the base is empty. Lifts the first pitch in the air down the right field line. Long run. Cunningham still chasing foul ground. Will lose the ball as it bounces just as he got through the bullpen mounds out there in right field.
Yeah, the exciting part about that, if you're the right fielder chasing the ball toward that wall, and there's a little rise there. Sometimes that sprawl head on and never get there because you're under your panty.
And you can expect no help from the visiting bullpen.
Oh, no.
Here's the 0-1. And a pitch outside by Latos. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cancel was added to the roster after Humberto Quintero was knocked out of their game with a play at the plate where he got bowled over, hurt his ankle. Here's the 1-1. Tried to check. And apparently he did. 2-1. Cancel used to play with the New York Mets.
Everybody played with somebody, it seems.
2-1 pitch and a high pop-up into foul territory. It's going to come back towards us and get out of play. So the count evens at 2-2.
The turnover in player personnel on the various ball clubs is unholy. I mean, we see Houston, 7-8 games, and by the time you get rid of them a week later, they don't know who was on their team. Because they juggle them every year. Hard to pick it up.
2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Now the pitch by Latos. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ball dropped by Johnson. On a ball in the dirt, he'll throw down to first base to complete the out. And the inning has come to an end. Latos needed the 1-2-3, and he got it. We're through 3.5 innings here in San Diego. Padres 4, Astros 1. Padre Baseball, XX 1090 in the Padres Radio Network. Park, 4-1 Padres. And a salute to the military Sunday here, as it is every Sunday at Petco Park, and it never gets tiring to stand up and clap in between the top of the fourth and the bottom of the fourth when the Marine recruits are here. And today, Bravo Company 1st Recruit Training Battalion from MCRD. The Marine recruits in the Wakefield upper deck stands. And it's a pleasure to welcome them here today, as well as all of those men and women who have served or are currently serving our armed forces here around the world.
Well, they won't be in the right field stands very long, I'll tell you that. They're on their way as soon as they get organized.
Padres lead at 4-1, bottom of the fourth. It'll be the 8-9-1 batters against Jordan Lyles, the right-hander, making his second big league start. Rob Johnson, first to face him here in this inning, and a swing and a miss, 0-1. Johnson was pretty much summing up the trials and tribulations of baseball last night after the game. The 0-1 on the corner for a strike, 0-2. As he was commenting yesterday, second and third innings, he hit the ball about as hard as you can with nothing to show for it. And a swing and a miss on the 0-2, actually a foul tip, so he stays alive. Still no balls and 2 strikes. And then in the eighth inning, his little 2-run single was just a little floater over the shortstop's head. And the one he didn't hit real well resulted in a couple of runs.
Big ones.
Here's the 0-2, way over the head of Rob Johnson. That was a curveball that he completely lost the grip of. No message or any intent right there. 1-2 the count on Rob Johnson. That's one of those curveballs that just you kind of lose the grip of. Here comes the 1-2 now to Johnson. Inside, that hit him. That got him on the hand. So the second hit batter here by Lyles. He hit Ryan Ludwig in the first inning.
Now we're going to find out if Latos can lay down a bunt. That's what you're going to do.
So Matt with no sacrifices this season.
He doesn't do well there. Is that what you're telling me?
I just don't think he's attempted many this year, to be honest with you.
We'll find out.
He was practicing. I watched him during BP today. Latos squares. They come charging. He'll pull the bat back and take ball 1. Good idea there to lay off that one.
Well, Johnson's got a very short lead at first base, so unless that ball's bunted perfectly, he's not going to get him to second base.
4-1 is the Padre lead in the fourth inning. Johnson crashing in from third again. The pitch taken outside. Ball 2.
Look at the third baseman first. They're all over him. What a time to take a shot if he can hit the ball.
I was going to say, I would hate to be Chris Johnson or Brett Wallace if all of a sudden Matt Latos pulled that bat back and started to swing. They could shake hands with him the way they were coming in. Again, they crash. And again, Latos squares, pulls the bat back, takes ball 3, 3-0.
Well, I would take 2. See if we can throw a strike. Add to the base runners.
Johnson leads off first and not even attempting a bunt, taking a pitch inside corner, strike 1, 3-1.
Try one more. Then go for it.
Lyles looking in. Johnson again crashing from third. Latos squares and pushes it up the first base line. A good one. Wallace will field. One play only, first base. Successful sacrifice, number 1 of the year for Latos. He gets Rob Johnson into scoring position here with 1 away.
Tell you what, that was a perfect bunt, period. Couldn't do any better.
Officially a 3-4 sacrifice. And now to the top of the order for Chris Denorfia with a runner at second base and 1 away. Padres leading 4-1 over the Astros here, trying to take this series.
Well, we got the hitters coming up. Denorfia, Bartlett, Headley, Ludwig. We'll see what happens. We'll opt to follow.
So Denorfia single to lead off the game. He scored the first run and then struck out in the second. So 1 for 2 against Lyles. Johnson leading off at second. First pitch strike on the very extreme outside corner. 0-1. Denorfia also wearing those socks up around the knees, and a curve is in the dirt. Good block there by Cancel. 1-1.
projecting a little bit here. I think that Bud Black is probably sitting there. I hope we don't have to use Bill again today.
Exactly.
You know, he's used it well. Every time you turn around, he's out there. And you got the Rockies coming in tomorrow.
The 1-1 by Lyles. Denorfia takes a strike. Good pitch. Fastball moving away. A cutter that time. 1-2. That's excellent location by a young pitcher. Hits the glove of Cancel and gets the strike. 1-2 now to Denorfia. Here's the pitch. And that's a bit high. 2-2. Cancel making just his second start behind the plate. And his first start was in Lyle's first start in Chicago. It was the first time Cancel had been in a major league game since July of 2009 when he was with the Mets.
Wow.
2-2. High fly ball into deep center field. Bourne got turned around, now heads back, still near the warning track, will make the catch. Tagging from second, going to third base will be Rob Johnson now with 2 away. And Jason Bartlett coming up. Denorfia just missed hitting that one out.
Right now, our friend Mr. Lyles is coming up with pitch number 90. We're in the 4th inning. That's a bundle of pitches, gang.
The shadow line starting to creep a little bit more across the field. Most of left field is now in the shadows. The entire warning track from the foul line and left all the way to dead center is in the shadows. And the light standards are creeping across the infield as well. And a first pitch swing and a grounder foul third base. 3:35 is Pacific time. Normally our weekdays game start, but here in San Diego, the Rock and Roll Marathon was run through the streets of San Diego, forcing a little bit of a later start here today. Everybody got to sleep in a little bit more. The 0-1 in there for a strike. Another good spot for the fastball. 0-2. Padres up 4-1 in the 4th. Bartlett has tripled and singled in 2 trips and drove in a run. 0-2 inside. 1-2 the count. Bartlett's just a steadying kind of guy. He's a steadying force on the infield.
He's professional. He's been around. He knows what's going on.
Here's the 1-2. And he got jammed and fouled it out of play. Right back over the screen. Still 1-2. This is a guy that hit .320 a couple of years ago for the Rays. Had a bad year last year, but you know, everybody's going to have a bad year every once in a while.
Well, when the club is doing well, you really join in with the parade because you're getting rid of good pitchers.
So Bartlett, slightly open stance from the right side. Look out at Lyles for the 1-2. Here it comes. Curve inside. 2-2. And that was pitch number 94 for this young man.
I think he's getting to the end of the line, really. I don't know how far they're going to take him, but we're in the 4th inning, for heaven's sakes.
He made 92 in his first start. That was a 7-inning start. The 2-2 way outside. Full count, 3-2. First round supplemental draft choice of these Astros from 2008. He was the 38th overall selection. A pretty meteoric rise here to the big leagues. Runner at third with 2 outs. The 3-2 pitch. Bartlett swings and foul tips it. And it hit the dirt, so he stays alive. Still full, 3-2. Baseball and football star in South Carolina as he was growing up in high school. 3-2. Bartlett, ground ball sharply up the middle, fielded skillfully there by Barmes at short. He'll throw out Bartlett, and the inning has come to an end. Nice play there by Barmes heading up the middle, and the Padres walk away with nothing here in the 4th. We've played 4, Padres 4, Astros 1. Padre Baseball on XX 1090, the Padres Radio Network. Andy Mazer and Jerry Coleman back with you here at Petco Park. Top of the 5th inning. Padres have a 4-1 lead. The day is over for Jordan Lyles. He'll be pinch hit for here by Angel Sanchez to start off this 5th inning against Matt Latos. So a 4-inning stint for Lyles in his second big league start. And a lot of pitches. Sanchez will take a strike. Nothing in 1.
You know, when you're 20 years old, they take very good care of you. They don't want you to hurt yourself overdoing it, and that's why they got him out of there.
Here's the 0-1. Sanchez ground ball to the right side, and for some reason Gonzalez poked toward the bag, and the ball was in the hole, and he never saw it.
Went the wrong way.
There's a single for Sanchez. That was strange.
Sometimes you get a false read off the plate. There's no question about it. It can happen. You go the wrong way, and he did just that. That was a routine out. The base hit.
Single all the way. And a man aboard here to lead things off from Michael Bourne now in this 5th inning. Padres leading 4-1. Headley thinking bunt over at third base. He's in on the grass. No sign of it. And a pitch inside for a ball. 1-0.
Well, here's a guy you got to play tight anyway, no matter where or what. You got to come in short all the time. He can run like a deer. Maybe the fastest man in baseball for some people who say he is. I don't know. But he can run.
So Sanchez with a short lead at first. Held on by Hop, and a throw over just to let him know Latos is thinking about him. 4 innings for Lyles. 5 hits, 4 runs earned. A walk, 3 strikeouts, and a couple of hit batters. The 1-0 pitch and a curve. Nice one. In for a strike. 1-1.
I'll tell you one thing. Thinking about a double play with this guy hitting is almost out of reach. He can run too well.
Now Latos has his sign. And a pitch low and a throw down and a great stop there by Brad Hoff on a tough throw from Rob Johnson behind the plate. A tough throw because a lefty's at the plate right now, and you get shielded over at first base, so you do what you can as far as trying to get the ball down there. But Hopp had to come off the bag to make that play, otherwise it's in right field.
7 or 8 feet off the bag at least. Bad throw.
2-1 the count here on Michael Bourne. Here's the pitch. And a rope into right field. That's going to be a base hit. Charging it now is Cunningham. Sanchez will stop at second. So the Astros in business here. They have their first 2 men aboard with nobody out in the 5th.
Well, the false look by Gonzalez could be critical right now because they got the 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up who can hit the ball for distance, and even the 5 guy not doing bad. Incidentally, Padre Baseball brought to you by Triple Hop Brewed Miller Lite. Taste the greatness.
So Barmes coming up. A couple of pop-outs in the ball game today. Padres have a 4-1 lead in the 5th. Here's the pitch by Latos, and it's high and outside for a ball. 1-0.
Double play would be perfect now, but the trouble is a guy like Latos is a guy who rides the ball in. It's not a ground ball pitcher. So we'll see. Maybe he can get a ground ball. You never know.
You know, these are the kind of times that Matt early in the year was trying to outthink himself a little bit, trying to coax ground balls rather than just pitch his game. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that's a good slider for a strike. 1-1. What I mean by that is he was trying to overthink the pitches that he was throwing. And Buddy Black and Darren Balsley had a conversation with him, and the basic message again was just throw what brought you here. That's the 4-seam fastball. Pitch off that.
Yep. Get it down, though.
The 1-1 pitch. High fly ball deep in the left. Backing up now is Ryan Ludwig toward the corner. He's going to look up, and this ball is going to be just foul.
Wow.
That had distance.
That was a lollipop that he threw with a hanging curveball right in his eyeball. Ouch.
That was about 3 feet, maybe probably only about a foot foul.
It was marginal, believe me.
Just near the first deck of the suites out there in the Western Metal Supply Company building. That ball just banged off the little blue portion just to the left of the wall. Everybody exhales now, and it's a 1-2 count. Now the pitch outside, 2-2.
Well, that really would have tied the game. Been that quick.
So Latos will take a little extra time before he gets back on the mound. Now we'll look plateward with 2 on and nobody out in the Astros 5th. 4-1 is the Padres lead. Pitch on the way. Barmis swings and fouls it back out of play.
He's throwing high and hanging balls high. That's dangerous stuff. You want the ball on the ground to get a ground ball, get double play, and kill the inning.
That was an elevated changeup. Nobody throwing as of yet in the Padre pen, but there's some guys going through some warm-ups out there.
I think they're thinking about it.
Yep, stretching out the arms and such. The 2-2 now. Barmis looks at it low and outside. Full count, 3-2.
That was a killer. He just missed it. Just missed it.
So Latos, a tug on that camouflage-colored Padre hat.
Well, let's see if they gamble and run the hitters. The batters, I should say, on the field.
Got some speed out there. Not running. The 3-2 is a pop-up again into shallow right center field. Racing in now, Denorfia. He'll make the grab. Good read off the bat by Denorfia to make that catch in very shallow right center. And a big first out for Matt Latos.
That might have been the pitch of the night right there. We'll see what happens. But right now, you got the toughie, the 3-4 hitters coming.
Starting with Hunter Pence. Quick reminder for you, Petco Certified Nutrition, food that meets Petco standards for essential advanced or natural nutrition, or it does not have what it takes to be on their shelves. Learn more at petco.com/certified. Petco, that's where the healthy pets go. Petco, where baseball fans come. Right here to Petco Park. A 4-1 Padre lead, tying run again at home plate with 1 out. Pence, check swing on a pitch in the dirt and a good block by Rob Johnson. Rob has good catching movements.
The one thing about Pence, he struck out only 1 out of every 5 trips to the plate, so that means you're going to make contact most times.
Pence is 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts to right, and time called momentarily as the ball got loose from the Astros bullpen. Neshek and Lupke are now throwing for the Padres in their pen. Lefty and a righty for Buddy Black. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Pence. Pops straight up into foul territory, back toward the screen. Rob Johnson only can take a look. He's going to run out of room as that one falls about 5 or 6 rows deep into the stands.
For a minute, I thought that was going to be playable.
I did too.
Coming back
when it first came up, yeah. So it's 1-1 now. And Hunter Pence will head back in toward that right-hand batter's box. Runners on at first and second. Bourne's at first, Sanchez at second with 1 out. Padres up 4-1 in the 5th. Latos ready to go on his 1-1. Here it comes. Pence, ground ball, left side base hit. Grounding third, on his way toward the plate will be Sanchez. He will score without a throw as Pence extends his hitting streak to 17 in a row. Drives in a run, and the Padres lead is now 4-2.
I think that Latos is coming up a little bit lame here. He's having a tough time out there. I don't know how long he's going to stay. There goes, he may not stay very long. There goes Bud.
So Buddy Black out to the mound. He's running out there, and usually when he runs out there, it's a message to be delivered, not necessarily a pitching change. So we'll kind of hang on here and see what Buddy wants to do here.
As long as he's chatting as he is, you're probably absolutely right.
Padres leading 4-2. Sam Holbrook, the home plate umpire, walking out toward the mound to try to break this conversation up. And Latos gets a pat on the back, and he will stay in this game.
Well, Lee, the hitter, now is one of those guys. If you make a mistake, you can lose the ball game. You got to be very careful.
So Carlos Lee, who drove in the first Astros run in the 3rd inning, will come up, and Pence didn't look like he even got the barrel on the bat. It kind of got the handle. It was just strong enough to put that one into left field. So again, they're at first and second. Still 1 away. Carlos Lee, a much easier target for a double play as well if he can get one on the ground. First one to him is a good slider for a strike, 0-1.
That was a great pitch.
Lee kind of looking out saying that wasn't nice. Here's the 0-1. And a bit high. Came back with a fastball that time, 1-1.
Well, one problem they've got, they're under first base, and not a slow man, Pence. And he's getting a huge lead. He'll be all over the shortstop or second baseman on a double play.
Off playing behind him at first, and the 1-1. And the breaking ball is outside. 2-1. Latos looking in. 2-1 pitch. Lee takes a strike on the outside corner. Another good Matt Latos fastball. 2-2.
The guy that can strike out. They can get him on strikes.
Carlos Lee not agreeing with that call. Looked pretty good. Lance back at second. The 2-2 pitch now to Lee. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. As you were saying,
he can't strike out.
So now 2 away. And Jeff Keppinger will come to the plate. Third strikeout for Latos today.
Yeah, I don't know how long Latos is going to stay in the ball game as hard as he's working. He's heading up toward 100 pitches right now. We're in the 5th inning.
4-2 is the Padres lead here in the 5th inning. First pitch, Keppinger. Slider inside, ball 1. Keppinger 1 for 2, singled. And a ground out to second. Run home here for the Astros in their half of the 5th. 1-0 pitch. Strike called on the outside corner. That's been his great location right there against the righties.
But one thing that Bud has always been aware of as a pitcher, he'll give the pitcher the 5 innings to try to get the win if he can. He doesn't want to take him out now if he can help it. But of course, this all started on this play with the second baseman.
1-1 the count. The pitch to Keppinger. In the air to right field. Aaron Cunningham lining that one up. He makes the one-hand grab, and that's the inning. Could have been a whole lot worse. Matt Latos, a nice job to get out of the 5th with a run on 3 hits and 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Padres 4, Astros 2. Padre Baseball, XX 1090 and the Padres Radio Network. Bottom of the 5th inning, brought to you by Collins Family Jewelers. You know the 4 C's of diamond quality. Remember the 5th and most important C, that is Collins Family Jewelers. New pitcher here for the Astros is a left-hander by the name of Sergio Escalona. 1-0 on the year with a 2.84 on his ERA. 13th appearance onto the Astros bullpen. Astros bullpen with an ERA at 4.45. Overall, the Astros have the 2nd worst pitching ERA in the National League at 4.52, one spot ahead of the Cubs, who lost today on another Albert Pujols walk-off home run in extra innings. Today it came in the 10th after their former mate Ryan Theriot singled in the ninth inning off Carlos Marmol, and a 3-2 win for the Cardinals over the Cubs. First batter will be Chase Headley around to the right side. Back in the third inning, it was Headley with an RBI single. Extend the hitting streak to 15 in a row and gave the Padres an extra run. They lead at 4-2 here in the bottom of the fifth. Escalona missing inside, 2-0. So Lyles done after 4. Escalona will take over. And that one nowhere close. In the dirt, 3-0. So Headley, as we told you, much improved from the right side, and that was one thing he said at the end of last year. That is one thing I really, really want to get improved. And the pitch is inside for a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah, beat that. You know, the next party at the park is Friday, June the 10th. Padres taking on the Washington Nationals at 7:05. Starting at 4:30, fans can enjoy margaritas, food, live music from the Coastal Riders. Visit Padres.com. That's /Margarita Park for all the details. The Coastal Riders, huh? Okay.
You're a big fan, aren't you?
Oh, my favorites.
So the lead man aboard here for Ryan Ludwig. 4-2 is the Padres lead here in the fifth inning. We'll get some more scores updated for you here in just a moment. Pitch to Ludwig is high and outside. 5 pitches, 5 balls, and Cancel will run out and have a quick conversation.
The two guys going to the bullpen in a hurry because this guy's all over the ballpark at the moment.
A little excitement in Arizona today. They had a little bit of a beanball war going on. A couple of pitchers and the managers were ejected today. Jason Worth got hit for the third time in that series, and then Justin Upton got hit for the fourth time. And then they went to extra innings, and Michael Morse hit a grand slam in the 11th inning, and the Nationals beat the Diamondbacks 9-4. That was in 11 innings. 1-0 in the air to right center field, not going to carry. Hunter Pence is calling and catching for out number 1.
Yeah, by Arizona losing that game, what did the Giants do? They win or lose?
The Giants have won their game.
Okay, they move into first place in the West.
Ryan Vogelsong wins his 4th. Brian Wilson's 17th save as the Giants beat the Rockies 2-1. Elsewhere in the National League West, it was the Dodgers over the Cincinnati Reds 9-6. Matt Kemp with his 16th home run as the Dodgers win. Pitch way up and into Brad Hoff.
Hey, one thing about Escalona, he's all over the ballpark. Never mind where the ball is going. It isn't over the plate most times.
Chad Billingsley, by the way, was the winning pitcher in the game. He also hit a home run and drove in 3. There's a pitch in for a strike, 1-1.
That's a relief pitcher, I believe you're not talking about, right? He's starting pitcher out of it. What's he doing in relief?
1-1 here, the count on Hop. So yeah, Billingsley with his first home run this year, his second career home run. His first one came here in this ballpark. That's a throw over. And it came in July of 2009 against Josh Banks, former Padre pitcher. And coincidentally enough, the home plate umpire that day, the guy calling balls and strikes here today, Sam Holbrook. Another throw over. Lob to chase Mr. Headley back to the bag. So the Dodgers win 9-6. Brewers win in 11 innings at Florida. That is a 6-5 final. Josh Wilson, former Padre, claimed on waivers by the Brewers, hit a home run. And the top of the 11th for the game winner. 1-2 now the count after a called strike to Hop. Phillies win in regulation over in Pittsburgh, 7-3, the final there. Roy Halladay now has his 8th victory of the season. Joins Kevin Correa and Giovanni Gallardo as the 8-game winners in the National League. Pitch low, 2-2. And the Sunday night game is underway now as the Mets have taken a 1-0 lead on a Carlos Beltran double. 1-0 Mets over the Atlanta Braves in the bottom of the first inning.
Mets are having their troubles. Lots of people.
Headley leading at first. A 2-2 count here on Brad Hoff. 4-2 Padres, bottom 5. There goes Headley. The pitch is taken low and outside. No throws. Stolen base, Chase Headley.
Well, Headley did pretty good last year with a lot of stolen bases. This year, he's starting to pick up some steam.
That's his 7th. And we have a winner in our Steal a Meal contest there, and Charlene Miller. Congratulations to you, Charlene. A McDonald's $25 gift card, a pair of tickets to an upcoming Padres game, all courtesy of McDonald's. And again, if you want to enter to win, xx1090sandiego.com. That is the place to go. So congratulations.
Yeah, Headley was 17. Don't think much of him as a runner, but last year 17. That's pretty darn good.
3-2 pitch, not a hop, and a swing and a foul at the plate. They got a little bit of the leg there of Cancel. He's hopping around a little bit. That is one position I don't think I would ever want to play.
Catcher, I caught in junior high school. We lost, as I recall.
I mean, there's padding, pretty much where you need it, but there's a lot of exposed areas.
Well, our catcher broke his arm about 1 week before the season started, and I became the catcher. And I was lousy.
3-2 to Hop. Ground ball to the right side. It'll advance Headley to third base. It'll be taken by Wallace at first. He'll tag the bag. And that's out number 2. But again, Headley moving down to third base now. And Aaron Cunningham will come up with a chance to drive in a big run here, but it will not be against Escalona, as Brad Mills is making his way out to the mound with a right hand hitting Cunningham in. He's not going to let him face a lefty. He does have a righty warming, and he will go to the bullpen and bring in a right-handed reliever by the name of Fernando Rodriguez. We'll tell you about him here in just a moment. We'll take a quick timeout. Padres have a runner at third base with 2 away. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Padres 4, Astros 2. Back with more in a moment. Padre Baseball, XX1090 in the Padres Radio Network. Fernando Rodriguez here for just the 4th time. A couple of innings of scoreless work in the second game of this series on Friday night. But again, appearing for just the 4th time, 1-0 and no earned runs allowed to this point. So Rodriguez, 3rd pitcher of the day here for Brad Mills and the Astros. Lyles, Escalona, and now Rodriguez. And now Aaron Cunningham at the plate. Padres would certainly like to pick that run up from third base. And Cunningham takes one in the dirt. Good block there by Cancel, and it's 1-0.
Cunningham is one of those players. He's what you call marginal. You know he's going to be a big leaguer or a top minor leaguer, but basically he'll have some good days for you, but then is it consistent? You got to wait and find out.
1 ball, no strikes, the count on Aaron. Here's the pitch, and he tried to check, could not. Ball got away, rolling up the third base line, but right toward the runner, so Headley will have to back up and get back to the bag at third. I'm not sure if they call that a ball or a check swing or what they call that actually.
Well, it's a ball and a strike is what the count is.
Okay,
anyway.
so it is 1-1. Here comes the pitch now to Cunningham in the dirt, rolling away from Cancel and not far enough again. Headley thought about it and kind of leaned and then went back. Probably a good idea.
Yeah, good thing he didn't try. It'd have been out.
So it's 2 balls and a 1 strike now. Cancel's been getting a workout here in this inning. Did a good job to block that one with the chest protector. Carried him off to the right a little bit, but tracked it down quickly. And give Rodriguez credit. He came to cover the plate. Not a lot of pitchers remember to do that. 2-1 the count here on Cunningham. Pitch on the way. Cunningham fouls it back to the screen. And a good rip. 2-2.
He does a lot of things quite well. Yet he never really makes the ball club to stay around. You know, he comes up for a cup of coffee and plays a little bit and then goes back again.
Rodriguez comes set. 2-2 on the way. Cunningham fouls it straight back and out of play again. Had another good rip.
Tomorrow night, Clayton Richards for the Padres. Clayton Mortensen will go for the Colorado Rockies.
And Jerry will join me again tomorrow. Ted will rejoin us on Tuesday. It's also Major League Baseball's draft tomorrow. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And a foul out of play right side. Still 2-2.
The baseball draft doesn't have near the appeal that the football draft has because most of the people that draft in football are players that are known around the country. In baseball, they don't know who they are, just guys.
And the other thing about the NBA draft and the NFL draft, you can make trades involving draft picks on draft day. You can't do that in the major leagues.
Yeah, you're pretty locked in.
Here's another 2-2 pitch. Cunningham swings and misses. And the 5th inning has come to an end. Padres don't score. They strand a man at third. We've played 5. Padres 4 and the Astros 2. This is Padre Baseball, XX 1090 and the Padres Radio Network. Padres suites are available. They can be customized to fit your needs. So check out a game in a Padres suite here at Petco Park. It includes parking, multiple seating options, food and beverage packages, and many more exclusive benefits. For all the details on a Padres suite here at Petco Park, head to Padres.com/suites. Top of the 6th inning, a 4-2 lead for the Padres. New pitcher, left-hander Corey Lupke will come out of the bullpen. And he is going to work to Wallace, Johnson, and Cancel.
Well, Lupke's had some really outstanding efforts from time to time, but then he's faltered somewhere. Let's see where he goes today. They need a big one, Lupe.
So Corey Lupke, 1-1 on the year, 3.81 on his ERA. 22nd appearance out of the bullpen for the San Diego Padres. First pitch on the way. And lefty on lefty is a strike call on the Lupke slider. He gets ahead 0-1. Next one, the 0-1 inside, almost hit him. 1-1 the count.
Comes from a place that's very famous in Ohio. It's called Coldwater, especially in the wintertime. Cold and Zin.
Water. Cold water sounds about good right about now, too. 1-1 is low, 2-1. I was mentioning the bullpens and the relievers. The Astros are 26th in the major leagues at 445. The Padres are number 1. 2-3-3 coming out of that pen. But Lupke missing high now, 3-1.
Did you tell him not to walk the first guy? Not good.
Definitely something you don't want to get into the habit of doing. Pitch outside, and he walked him. Ball 4. Rob Johnson will run out and chat with him. So Chris Johnson, the third baseman, will come to the plate here. So let's see. Lupke, last time for Lupke was 4 nights ago, that is, in Atlanta. Pitched an inning and a third. No hits, no runs, and a couple of strikeouts against the Atlanta Braves.
So sometimes he's been absolutely brilliant. Other times he fights for the control part.
And the pitch to Johnson is in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Runner at first base is Brett Wallace. A 2-run Padre lead at 4-2 in the 6th inning. Now the 0-1 pitch. Rolled toward the shortstop. Bartlett will field. Flip to second for 1. Gonzalez, the return is going to be in time. 6-4-3 double play, 2 away.
That was a nice double play on a ball that wasn't hit that hard. Now, I don't think that Johnson was that slow, but basically it was eyelash at first and a great double play. Give him credit for that one. Outstanding. 6-4-3.
Nice turn at second by Gonzalez. On a good feed by Jason Bartlett. Close play at first, but definitely out. And Robinson Cancel comes up 2 away, and the base is empty. He squared a bunt and misses it outside, although he did not offer. 1-0.
Got a pinch hitter waiting in the on-deck circle, so we'll see what comes up if he gets on.
Jason Michaels has a bat in his hand. Pitch outside, 2-0. Actually, Michaels does not have a bat in his hand. He's got that weighted apparatus.
Practicing.
Exactly. Here's a 2-0. Cancel takes it wide. 3-0.
Yeah, he's just not doing well, believe me. He got lucky on Johnson, but right now Cancel gets on. And he got a pinch hitter.
Pitch in for a strike. 3-1. Chad Qualls loosening up, former Astro in the Padre bullpen.
Lupke's the third hitter in the 6th inning.
Swing and a miss. Full count, 3-2. Came right back with a good fastball.
Yeah. Here's a guy you want to get. Get the inning easy. Get out of there.
3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Lupke comes back and strikes him out. Nice job by the young left-hander. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Padres 4, Astros 2. Padre Baseball, XX 1090, the Padres Radio Network. Double switch here for the Astros to the bottom of the sixth inning. New pitcher is right-hander Jeff Fulcino. Put him in the number 7 spot in the batting order. And the new third baseman will be Matt Downs. And he will lead off the top of the 7th inning in the 9 spot for Brad Mills. So Fulcino is the new pitcher. And he'll be facing Alberto Gonzalez to lead things off for the Padres in the 6th inning. 4-2 is the Padres lead. In case you're just joining us, Padres with 3 runs in the first inning. RBI triple Jason Bartlett. RBI single Brad Hawk. RBI ground out by Aaron Cunningham. Astros got a run back in the 3rd inning on a single by Carlos Lee. Padres answered a double and an RBI by Chase Headley. And the Astros also got one in the 5th on an RBI single by Hunter Pence. And you're up to date. It's 4-2 Padres here in the 6th inning. And a first pitch foul out of play just to our left by Alberto Gonzalez. 0 for 2 in the game. So the 0-1 by Fulcino is line foul right side. Jeff Fulcino making his 28th appearance. 1-3 out of the pen with a 4.07 ERA. Pitched in the first game of this series. Scoreless inning. But did allow a couple of runners to score. Line shot to the second baseman. Fielded cleanly there by Keppinger. And 1 away in the Padres 6th.
When it comes to quality and fuel efficiency, Toyota's got what it takes. And when it comes to great deals and service, their San Diego County Toyota dealers, they've got what it takes.
So Rob Johnson to the plate. Eric Patterson, his older brother Corey, of course, playing for Toronto. Eric Patterson has a bat in his hand. He's in the on-deck circle to bat for the pitcher. And a check swing roller off the facing of the Padres' first base dugout. And it's 0-1. So Lupke goes a scoreless inning with a walk and a strikeout. The 0-1 pitch now to Rob Johnson. A line shot over the outstretched glove of Barmes at short into center for a base hit.
Well, I tell you what, 2 batters and both have hit the ball hard. One right at the base, at the defensive player, and this one a bullet over the head of the shortstop.
So Eric Patterson will come up as a pinch hitter. Patterson made a couple of starts in this series.
Well, he's a guy that can run. He likes to bunt. Let's see what happens.
0 for 7 with an RBI and a sac fly in the series, including 0 for 4 last night. 167 hitter, a couple of homers, and 8 runs batted in. Not showing bunt, and a big swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Well, it'll be a bunt for a base hit, not a sacrifice, of course. But he does that every now and then. He can run. He tries to lay one down and beat it out.
Patterson 1 for 15 this year with a couple of runs batted in as a pinch batter. Fulcino. There goes Johnson. Pitch, swing, and a miss. No throw as Johnson will steal second base.
I don't know what the umpires pointed to first base all about, do you?
I think they were trying to, if they were trying for an appeal, they pointed to the wrong base. But a stolen base, the first of the year for Rob Johnson.
Okay, now drive him in, Patterson. Go for it. We're prejudiced here, for the home team. I want you to know that before we get into this too far. We give other people credit, but we're pulling for the Padres.
Now Johnson in scoring position. The 0-2 pitch just missing inside. Patterson checked the swing. It's 1-2. That, by the way, was just Rob Johnson's 4th career stolen base. Swing and a miss. And Patterson down on strikes, 2 away.
First one this year. He's not a runner. He's a catcher.
So now to the top of the order. And Chris Denorfia. 1 for 3 in the lead spot today. Scored the first Padres run back in the first. So 2 outs and a 4-2 Padres lead in the bottom of the 6th inning. Runner at second base. And the pitch outside by Fulcino. 1-0.
Got pretty good stuff. When you throw the ball 94-95, you got good stuff. Matter where you're going to put it. The right spot, we'll find out.
Full beard going for Fulcino.
I know.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss out in front of the change. 1-1.
You shaved all the players in baseball, you wouldn't recognize half of them.
Fulcino, a big kid too. 6'5", 280. 31 years of age. And the 1-1 pitch forthcoming to Denorfia. A little bit low, 2-1. Fulcino also had some big league experience with the Marlins back in 06. Kansas City in 08, and the last 2 years with these Astros. Slowing it down, the 2-1 pitch. Denorfia fouls it right to the screen. 2-2, 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
You can throw. One thing playing for the Astros that's nice, you never get rained out. They got a roof.
Yes, they do. And again, a special thanks to those Marines who were with us here today. Bravo Company 1st Recruit Training Battalion of MCRD. They're heading back. Hope they enjoyed what they saw of this ball game here today. Here's a 2-2. A little bit low. Full count. 3-2. Shadow line's definitely creeping across the field now. Center field pretty much in all shadow. Right field in bright sunshine.
He's the guy that's got the problem, the right fielder.
Now Fulcino ready to deliver the 3-2. Here it comes. Denorfia lines it toward right field. Pence coming on and makes the catch around chest high. Inning over. Hit well, but to the right fielder, Pence. 6 innings in the books. Padres 4, Astros 2. Padre Baseball. Double X 1090 in the Padres Radio Network. $11 are available in 4 great seating sections. Also, Flex 10 available today. 619-795-5008. Andy Mazur and Jerry Coleman back with you here, top of the 7th inning, and Chad Qualls will come on. He's the new pitcher for the Padres. And Matt Downs, who came in on the double switch, will lead things off for the Astros here in the top half of the 7th inning. 4 runs on 6 hits for the Padres, 2 runs on 6 hits for the Astros through the first 6 innings of this game. Qualls, an original member of those Astros. Signed by the Astros in 2000 as a second-round pick. in that year's draft. Went on to the Diamondbacks in 07. On to Tampa for parts of the 2010 season. And now here with the San Diego Padres. He's done a nice job for Buddy Black out of that bullpen.
It's kind of intriguing to me. I'll mention it in just a moment.
So Downs pops the first pitch straight back and out of play.
If he gets to the ninth inning, you're going to bring in Bell again. My Lord. Been in there 7 out of 10 for heaven's sakes.
I would kind of think not. But
Adams maybe?
But you know how Heath Bell is and how convincing and charming
I can do it.
Yeah. So to erase that, you just get a bigger lead and don't have to worry about it. Here's the 0-1. And a check swing. A pitch just a little bit low. 1-1.
That's pretty good.
Heath will lobby. Trust me. He wants to pitch.
Well, yeah, I don't mind him pitching, but his arm's liable to fall off one of these days. Just roll it. He's not warm down the bullpen. I was just sitting watching.
There's the 1-1. And a line shot into left field. That's going to be a base hit. Lead single for the former Giant Matt Downs. Top of the order now from Michael Bourne.
Again, gas prices may be going up, but your Padres want to help you save. When you buy your Padres tickets online at Padres.com, you can now save $5 on tickets, $13.50 or more. This offer may be combined with any other discounts, including all-you-can-eat seats, and is for a limited time. Don't wait. Get your tickets today and save at Padres.com.
First pitch on the way to Bourne, and it's low for ball 1.
That was a big hit by Downs. Where'd he come from? Out of the blue.
Ball's ready on the 1-0. And the pitch to Bourne is in for, it looked like he was going to call a strike. Slider apparently high, 2-0. 3-2 for Qualls, 2.08 ERA.
Well, Buddy's had to move into the bullpen in spots he doesn't do it often. Right now, he's got a problem.
Here's a 2-0 pitch, and Bourne grounds it to the right side. Hopple field. He'll throw to second for 1, and there will be no return throw as Qualls was late getting over to try to cover, and Gonzalez was playing too far up the middle, so there was no chance of the double-up opportunity. And now what this does is puts a speedy man on at first base with 1 away. Fielder's choice that goes 3-6.
Who loves the run.
He's already stolen a bag today. His league leading 24th. It's a good thing Bartlett looked over toward the bag there at first base. Sometimes you just get into that rhythm and you feel that there's going to be somebody there, and you throw toward the bag and there's no one there. And next thing you know, Bourne's on second base.
Well, he might be anyway. You got to watch that guy. He can run, no question. And this is the spot where he might try it.
And Qualls thinking right along with that. Will throw to first. Clint Barmas the batter. Top of the 7th inning, a 4-2 Padres lead. 1 away and a man at first.
The only thing wrong with that move by Qualls, it wasn't a very good one. And I think that our friend Mr. Bourne has seen that.
Swing and a miss on the first one. To Clint Barmas, good fastball. 0-1.
Well, Barmas had a 6-game hitting streak coming into this one. He's 0 for 3 right now. But the next guy, tense. Ouch.
Here's the 0-1. There goes Bourne. The pitch is lined foul, straight back and out of play.
He had a 3-step lead and run. I mean, you couldn't have thrown him out with a cannon.
He would have been able to walk in to second base.
Instead.
And with the ball being fouled out of play, he ran right through the bag and into short left field. Now he's taking his time getting back to the bag at first.
Speed is an element that is tremendously good if you know how to use it. And this guy knows how to use it.
All right.
Yeah, the thing, though, for the pitchers, and not forget who's hitting.
0-2 on Barmas. And the pitch reaches out and flares one down the right field line, though he can't keep it fair. It's out of play. 0-2 remains the count here on Clint Barmas. Ted Leitner's stats great with Metafast. 40 pounds lost. He's keeping them off with Metafast. For a center near you, call 1-888-9-METAFAST or go to mymetafastsandiego.com.
Yeah, Ted, when I see him, I'll call him the Shadow. drifting into nothing.
Look good.
Yeah, he does. Step back.
Long time set for Qualls. Now he'll step off. Sometimes that is designed just to see if a runner will tip his hand a little bit.
Yeah. So one thing about our friend Mr. Bourne at first base, he can run and knows what to do.
He'll lead off at first. Not moving on the 0-2. Slider missing low, and it's 1-2.
I think actually that Qualls tried a quick pitch there and to hold the runner at first base and lost the plate.
And Rob Johnson's going to take the sunglasses off. He's been wearing those cool sports shades. No longer needed. One and two the count on Barmas, and a throw over to Chase Bourne back to the bag. This game got off to a roaring start and then has really kind of hit the skids as far as just the pace of the game.
A lot of pitchers.
There goes Bourne. The 1-2 pitch is a little bit low. No throw by Johnson as Bourne had that base stolen easily. Number 25 on the year, is second today. He had about a 3-step lead running towards second base off Qualls.
He was reading him very well, no question about it.
So 2-2 now the count with Bourne at second base. 4-2 Padres in the seventh.
Watch third base, gang.
2-2 and in the air to shallow center. Racing in now, Denorfia still chasing. Can't make it. Plays it out of bounds. He'll throw toward third, and Bourne will slide in, and he is safe. Hit into no man's land. Too far for Gonzalez to chase out, and too far for Denorfia to chase in, and it drops between them. A bloop single has him at the corners. And the go-ahead run is Henner Pence here at home plate in the seventh inning. It's a good idea to try to at least cut Bourne down there at third base, but he got there. Read the play nicely. One away for Pence, who extended to a career-high 17-game hitting streak.
Game on the line right now, Andy.
Pence will take a ball low and in, 1-0. Balls will kick at the landing area there on the mound. Luke Gregerson has gotten up. He's beginning to warm up for the Padres in the bullpen. And a fake to third, whirl to first. Not a lot of strike one here from Chad Qualls today. The 1-0 pitch to Hunter Pence. Little tapper foul, third base. 1-1.
Pretty good. 94 mile an hour in that fastball. That's good. Get that in the right spot, you'll get people.
American League, as Jerry told you, everything is finished. Rangers win again at Cleveland, 2-0. Mitch Moreland and Elvis Andrus with home runs. C.J. Wilson gets his sixth win. He's 6-3. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Slider just missed outside. Man, that was close. 2-1.
Well, they haven't been off the plate much, but just enough to lose the strike. Inside and outside.
Rob Johnson held it there just to let Sam Holbrook see it a little longer. Now Qualls behind in the count, 2-1. The pitch to Pence, chop foul at home plate again, 2-2.
Pence doesn't strike out much. That's one thing he does do. He makes contact. So if you're looking at the perfect combination, ground ball double play.
Be nice. Red Sox beat the A's 6-3. Kevin Kuzminoff homered, his fourth, but Adrian Gonzalez hit his 12th and drove his major league leading 50th run today.
He's having a decent year.
2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. Chase the slider away. And a big strikeout there for Chad Qualls, 2 away.
Amen. I'll tell you one thing. You talk about a pitch that might have been the difference. We'll find out. You got a big guy coming up now, but basically the strikeout of Pence was incredible. Doesn't strike out much at all.
So as mentioned, Carlos Lee will come to the plate. Struck out in the 5th. Has singled and driven in a run and grounded out. 4-2 Padres 7th inning. Line shot left field. It'll be right to Ludwig. On a line drive, Ludwig hauls it in. And Chad falls. Pitch is out of trouble and does not allow a run. A couple of hits and 2 men were left before we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Padres baseball brought to you by Mission Federal Credit Union. What's your definition of success? Join the winning team and open an account at Mission Fed. Do it today.
You know, Andy, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. In that last inning?
Yep.
Wow.
4-2 Padres 7th. Jason Bartlett leads it off. Foul back to the screen. 0-1.
He strikes out the best hitter in the ball club, Hunter Pence, and then Carlos Lee hit the ball. Did the ball disintegrate on the way to left field?
It may have.
It was a rocket right to the left fielder. What a break that was.
Single and a triple in 3 tries here for Bartlett. A couple of runs scored and a ground ball sharply up toward the middle. Fielded behind the bag by Barmas, and a throw on to first in time to get Bartlett one away.
You're watching Barmas. He's a pretty good ball player.
Pretty slick fielder.
Yeah, no kidding.
So that'll bring to the plate Chase Headley. Doubled homer run in the third inning. And that extends his hitting streak to a season and career high 15 games. Longest by a Padre.
I was going to say, I imagine Carlos Lee's talking to himself right now.
And Headley smacks the first pitch fair inside the bag at first. Down in toward the corner. Headley rounding first on his way towards second. Pence will pick it up in the corner, and Headley wisely hangs on at second. A one-out double. Second of the game for Chase Headley.
So Ludwig's been doing all the work driving in runs, and now is a big chance to add to the lead. Let's see what happens.
Team leading 17th double of the year for Chase Headley.
Yeah, 2 today, not bad.
And to state the very obvious, you would love to get this extra run in and make things just a little bit easier for your bullpen here as we move forward.
Yeah, who is the bullpen? You know, I can't imagine Bell's going to be in this game. The way he's worked, he might be. You never know, but be a long shot.
And a first pitch strike to Ludwig, who is officially only 0 for 1 in the game. Hit by pitch, scored a run, walked in the third, and flied to right. He has been on some kind of tear, though.
Oh, incredible.
There's the 0-1 pitch. And I'll check and take it just outside 1-1. Since May 11th, Ryan Ludwig has hit in 18 of his 22 games to the tune of a .373 average. 4 homers and 22 runs batted in. It's an RBI a game. And here's another one to be had right there at second base. Fulcino took too much time, so Ludwig will step out.
I think Adams is warming up in the bullpen. If he comes in the 8th inning, that means that Bell just might come back again.
It is Adams. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and in the dirt, Cancel with a good block to his right.
If it was Gregerson, you figure it'd be Gregerson in the 8th and Adams in the 9th. But the way it's going right now, Adams is warming, and that means the guy behind him. Well, you never know. We'll find out.
Aaron Valsey once again on the phone to the bullpen. Padres lead it by a couple of runs. The 2-1 pitch just missed. A little bit low. 3-1. Chino thinking perhaps he got a strike, but it was close. So the bearded one will look in. Number 47 facing number 47.
With him and that Wilson together side by side.
Yeah, but Wilson's beard is just out of control.
Oh,
that thing is.
That's black. It's awful. Dyed black.
3-1 now to Ludwig. He'll take it in the dirt. Ball 4. Ball squirts away momentarily from Cancel, but he cannot advance. That's Chase Headley not advancing. So it's first and second. Ludwig walks for the second time. He's been on base 3 times today. And now Brad Hopp will come up with first and second and 1 away. Bottom of the 7th inning. Padres with a 4-2 lead.
Yeah, Hopp's been getting some big hits for the Padres. Got a big one in the first inning to drive in a run and makes contact most times.
So the former Colorado Rocky,
who might be an outfielder eventually.
That's a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of conversation about bringing up the young first baseman from Tucson. We'll find out.
Anthony Rizzo tearing things up down there at Tucson. First pitch to Hopp is inside for a ball, 1-0. And of course, Hopp, an all-star in the outfield, great right fielder, and it gives you another good defensive arm out there in right.
And a pretty good bat when he comes up to home plate.
Looking to come through here. Farm is sneaking in behind the runner at second, but now gets back to his position. And the 1-0 to Hopp, low and outside, 2-0. Brad Mills will get his bullpen cranking up again. Wilton Lopez, former Padre, out there warming up. 2-0 to Hopp in the dirt. Good block again by Cancel. 3-0. Scoreboard says louder, make noise. And 21,958 are doing just that.
Pretty darn good crowd. 28,958.
21,958.
21,958.
Still a very good crowd.
Yeah, not bad.
3-0 to Hawk. Not swinging. Taking ball 4. They are loaded for Aaron Cunningham.
Golden opportunity. Let's see what he can do.
And we're going to get a double switch right here. Brad Mills is going to head toward the home plate umpires, Sam Holbrook. Managers do that before they make a double switch, so we'll get a new pitcher. It looks like Jason Bourgeois is going into the outfield as well, so Lopez will be the new pitcher. Bourgeois will be in left. We'll sort it all out for you when we get back. Bases loaded here, bottom 7. Padres 4, Astros 2. Padre Baseball, Double X 1090 and the Padres Radio Network. So Bourgeois will go into the 7 spot. That was previously occupied by the pitcher. And put the pitcher in the 4 spot of the batting order, replacing Carlos Lee. So Wilton Lopez, scoreless inning with a strikeout. Game 1 of this series on Thursday. That was the one that the Astros beat the San Diego Padres, a 7-4 game. Padres winning on Friday 3-1 and winning last night 6-3. Leading here 4-2 on a first pitch swing by Cunningham. Comes up empty, 0-1. Bases are loaded. All 3 runners responsibility of Jeff Fulcino. As Aaron Cunningham drove in a run on a ground out and is 0 for 3. And he'll take a good curveball in for a strike, 0-2.
Well, what the Padres want is contact. Someplace, somehow, make contact, don't strike out.
Lopez, a pretty good year working for him. 1-2 and a 2.74. This will be his 24th appearance. (0-2) now to Cunningham. High and outside. Wasted one there. 1-2. Toronto will win at Baltimore. 7-4 earlier today. Adam Lind with a couple of home runs. He has 9 on the year. Tigers will win at Chicago against the White Sox 7-3. 1-2 now to Cunningham, and a chopper foul. Just got a piece of it. Stays alive. Tigers over the White Sox at 7-3, and in that game was Jake Peavy starting. He had to leave the game injured. It was not an arm situation. It was a groin injury.
Boy, he's had trouble. You know, that's amazing.
Yep. 4th inning, strained right groin.
Uh-oh, that could be a long time coming back.
Bases full of Padres. 1 away in the 7th. The 1-2 pitch now to Cunningham outside. 2-2. Twins win in Kansas City 6-0. The Twins have won 4 in a row. First time they've done that this season.
Well, they're buried in last place.
Two-two pitch now from Lopez. Swing and a miss. Cunningham down on strikes. A big second out for the Astros. So now it'll be up to Alberto Gonzalez to add to the lead here. With the bases loaded and 2 away in the bottom of the 7th. Yankees get a win. Up the road a little bit in Anaheim. A 5-3 win over the Angels. Colon over Pinheiro. Mariano Rivera with his 16th save. Mark Teixeira, 2 home runs. Swing and a miss. 0-1 by Gonzalez.
Just had pretty good movement on the ball. He's not throwing it that hard, but they're not even making contact.
Oh, 1. Line drive right field. Base hit. Gonna fall. Here comes Headley to score. Ludwig being waved. Throw toward the plate is up the line. 2 runs are in. And Alberto Gonzalez clapping the hands. He has driven in a couple of big insurance runs.
Wow.
6-2 Padres.
What a big hit. Wow. All I can say is wow. It was something. What a timing. Wow.
So officially a single, 2 runs batted in, taking second on the throw home. And it's second and third now with 2 away. Late in yesterday's game as well, Gonzalez drove in a big run in the 8th inning. And here today, driving in 2 in the 7th.
Big.
And there's a little flare toward third base, falling just foul down the line. Just over the outstretched glove of Downs and an inch, if that, foul down that line. A collective groan went up from the crowd when that one fell.
Listen, the fact that they got 2 more on top of it, they get a 4-run lead, doesn't hurt right now at all. Could take more, of course, but pretty good shape right now.
Got so far in on Rob Johnson there, he broke his bat, so he'll get a new piece of lumber. Another clutch 2-out knock here by the San Diego Padres. All 6 runs came in yesterday after 2 were out. And 6 more on the board right now. The 0-1 pitch to Johnson, low end outside, 1-1. Jorge Cantu is in the on-deck circle if the inning should continue. The 1-1 pitch, ground ball down the third base line, and again foul, and again a broken bat.
Working on that spot.
That's 2 foul balls and 2 bats if you're counting at home. Rob Johnson saying, hey, can you put one where I'm not going to break a bat? I'm running out here, will you?
Well, a base hit by Gonzalez, of course, it really turned the whole game immediately. Instead of a 2-run lead, it's a 4-run lead. And the Padres with their bullpen should make it work.
The 1-2 by Lopez. Fouled straight back again. Got in on him this time. A foul ball with no broken bat. How about that? Another final in the American League today was the Mariners over the Tampa Bay Rays 9-6. Miguel Olivo, the former Padre catcher, hit his 7th home run of the year. 6-2 here. Padres leading in the 7th. Second and third. The 1-2 to Rob Johnson. Line drive, ground ball now toward the shortstop. It is Barmes with a slick throw and field across the diamond to get Rob Johnson. And the inning has come to an end. Barmes with a nice job right there. But the Padres also with a nice job. Alberto Gonzalez drives in 2 big ones after 2 are out. 2 runs on 2 hits. And 2 men were left after 7. Padres 6, Astros 2. Padre Baseball, XX 1090 in the Padres Radio Network. Sisters of San Diego County, a wonderful organization there, runs for the right cause, brought to you by Phil's Barbecue. And the Padres have put up 6 tonight. They put up 6 yesterday. And are leading 6-2 to the top of inning number 8. And it'll be Luke Gregerson coming on here now in relief. Luke is the 4th Padre pitcher. Leto started with the first 5. Corey Lupke, a scoreless inning. Chad Qualls, a scoreless inning with a couple of hits. And now to Gregerson here in the 8th.
And if the Padres hang on, then Latos gets the win. He'll be 4-6.
Be a good thing. And has won a couple in a row. 3 of his last 4 coming into this outing. And now the first pitch to Keppinger is a little bit low from Luke Gregerson. Ball 1. Gregerson 2-1 and a 2.77 on that ERA. Keppinger 1 for 3 in the game tonight. And pitch is low, 2-0. Gregerson on for the 29th time. That ties Chad Qualls, who appeared for the 29th time a little bit earlier. Luke's 2-0. And the slider caught the inside corner for a strike, 2-1.
You look at our 3 guys closing, Gregerson, Adams, and Bell, they all have rubber arms. It's amazing they can come back as often as they do.
2-1. Now Gregerson working from the windup, and the pitch on the way, and it's low, 3-1. 4-run lead. You just want to throw some strikes, get some contact, and get to the dugout.
Well, the thing is, even a base hit won't kill you. You want to maybe hit the ball at somebody to make the out. I still look at that ball by Lee. I don't know. Whew, what a bullet to left field that was.
That ended the 7th inning as Qualls wiggled out of trouble. 3-1 now to Keppinger. Broken back, ground ball to the third baseman Headley. Had to avoid the head of the bat. Fields the ball and throws on to first in time. 1 away. That bat exploded. And it wound up sticking into the grass like a lawn dart.
Hey, Cabot Staines, you're probably never going to take the field in the majors, you know that. But you can look like a pro in your own backyard when you finish your deck with Cabot Wood Stain, the one in the yellow can, folks. It's the yellow can. Cabot. Yes, sir. That's the pro.
Now Brett Wallace to the plate. And that study, if you're wondering, is still going on, I do believe, with trying to figure out about the way bats are breaking and which types of bats are breaking.
There's too much money involved in this. You're going to have trouble getting it done.
Strike 1 on the outside corner, 0-1.
You got to put somebody out of business.
Yeah, I know.
It's going to happen, but they ought to. You know, someday one of those bats going to go sailing in the stands. You got to be careful.
6-2 Padres, top of the 8th. Here's the pitch, 0-1. And a line drive, right field. That's a base hit. Heading over toward the line to cut it off is Aaron Cunningham. Holding with a single will be Wallace. His second hit of the afternoon, and that will bring up Jason Bourgeois, who will bat for the first time.
You ought to be in the French Open tennis town. Don't you say Bourgeois?
Bourgeois.
Yeah.
It is fun to say Bourgeois. B-O-U-R-G-E-O-I-S.
You know how I spell that? B-O-O-Z-W-A-H. Bourgeois.
To each his own.
Well, at least I understand what I'm doing.
That's a good point. As long as you understand it, that's all that really matters.
Yeah, you got it.
So here's Bourgeois. And a pitch in for strike 1. Gets ahead with a fastball, 0-1.
I can't remember a French name that French in baseball. It's been a while. Wow.
Gregerson has his sign. Check of the runner Wallace at first, and then the 0-1 pitch. And the slider missed a little bit low, 1-1. So Bourgeois was activated, as I mentioned, when Bill Hall, the veteran infielder, was given his release by the team.
Tough to do for the manager. Guy's been around a while.
6-2 Padres, 8th inning. And the pitch, ground ball, left side, backhanded nicely there by Headley. He's going to throw to second for 1, no return.
Bad throw.
A little bit to the outfield side of the bag. A good reach out there and to keep his foot on the bag by Alberto Gonzalez. So they get the lead man.
That was a routine double play. Unfortunately, the ball was really 6 feet to the right of second base toward the outfield side. They had to stretch to get it.
So Wallace retired on a fielder's choice 5-4. And Robinson Cancel, the catcher, will now come to the plate. And the first one, swing and a miss. He was bailing out on that slider.
Well, he's had an intentional walk and a couple of strikeouts, so he hasn't had a good day yet. Don't go away, though. He's got a bat in his hand. You never know.
What we mean by bailing out, the front foot usually strides toward the pitcher. When it strides toward the dugout on the third base side, he's bailing out. Bourgeois with a big lead, and he will steal second base.
That's something that people don't like. They're behind by 4, 8th inning, stealing bases, the 2 down. Unusual.
It's the Astros' third stolen base of the day. They now have 50 as a team. Padres have stolen a couple, giving them an even 60. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And a pop-up on the infield. Alberto Gonzalez back onto the infield dirt. He'll make that catch. And the 8th inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. Bottom of the 8th coming up. It's the Padres 6 and the Astros 2. This is Padre Baseball, XX 1090 and the Padres Radio Network. Further into the bullpen for the Houston Astros, they'll call upon right-hander Mark Melanson, former University of Arizona guy who was a college teammate of Padres catcher Nick Hundley. Melanson has been a busy guy out of their bullpen. 31st appearance, that leads the staff 4-1 and a 1.91 on the ERA. 24 strikeouts in 28 innings of work. 6'2", 215-pounder out of Colorado originally, now living in Texas. Padres lead at 6-2 here in the bottom of the 8th.
That's a big switch.
Yeah.
Colorado to Texas.
Smaller state to a rather large state.
You know what happens, though? Oftentimes you'll marry a woman in the place where you're playing, you'll stay there. That happens a lot.
So Melanson will continue his warm-ups, and we get to the 9th spot of the Padre batting order, and a pinch hitter will be Blake T. Cody. Here comes the bat against Melanson. A couple of interesting spellings with Melanson spelling his last name Melancon. So
pronounced as an S.
Yeah, if you look at it, it would be like Melancon, but it's Melanson.
They do that to irritate broadcasters.
And then you have T. Cody, which is Tekotte. We always try to educate, you know. 6 runs on 8 hits for the Padres. 2 runs on 9 hits for the Astros. The Astros have left 9. The Padres have left 8. So T. Cody will lead it off here for the Padres in the ninth, or the eighth, excuse me. So Melanson, 6'2", 215-pounder, ready to go on his first one, and T. Cody will take a ball outside.
Well, there's another 90-plus. All the guys coming into the bullpen seem to have the 90-plus fastball.
1-0 pitch. T. Cody chops it foul at home plate. 1-1. T. Cody not playing yesterday. Is 0 for 4 with a walk here in the series. First big league hit came in his first big league start in Washington, May 28th. Took care of a lot of it. He got his first extra base hit, first run batted in, check swing roller, foul, 1-2. And the nice thing about it is his good buddy Logan Forsythe, who's not playing today, also got his first big league hit in that very same game.
They get the balls?
I know that T. Cody got his.
Okay.
Forsythe's was a little strange because a runner trying to score on his single was thrown out at the plate. So the ball was in the hands of the defending catcher. There's strike three called, and T. Cody is down on strikes. Pat Neshek, by the way, is the man warming up for the Padres in the pen.
Well, those things that you save aren't going to change your life one way or the other. So he didn't save it. Who cares?
Yeah, I think he ended up getting it, though. I think eventually it was a day later.
He finally found it?
Yeah, finally got it to him. Getting a look at one of the mascots of last year for the Padre bullpen, Yoda, from the Star Wars shows, out in the bullpen still.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, that was a gift from former Padre David Eckstein and his wife. Here comes the 1-0 pitch from Melanson to Chris Denorfia. Next one high, 2-0.
Chris batting over 300, playing a lot, doing a good job. Good defensively, does a job out there in center field and getting the bats too.
2-0, the count to Denorfia. Here comes the pitch by Melanson. And a ground ball slowly, third base side. Bare hand grab by Downs, leaves it on the deck. Safe at first is Denorfia. Infield single for the man they call Dino, his second hit of the day. Good things happen when you put the ball in play.
Well, guys, are your pets at the top of their game? Well, they can be when you feed them Petco Certified Nutrition. It's food that meets Petco standards for essential, advanced, and natural nutrition. Learn more about Petco.com/certified. Petco, where the healthy pets go, and that's where Gus goes. Gus stands outside of the door and barks all day long. Trying to
Gus is going to walk there on his own one of these days.
Yep.
Jerry's German Shepherd, Gus. So here's Bartlett, 6'2" Padres.
Yeah, one thing, Gus, he doesn't sleep in much.
Okay.
Now, 4:30 decides it's time to move. I said, come on.
He's too big to argue with, too, isn't he?
He sure is.
Yes, Gus. Anything you say, Gus. Pitch to Bartlett. Strike called on the outside corner. 0-1.
Bartlett's had a couple of hits, triple, single, then bounced a short twice. Doing better.
Scored a couple times, drove one in. Padres looking to take this series from the Houston Astros. Two teams split in Houston, a 4-game series. 0-1. Got it past him and just got a piece to follow it back to the screen.
Got a great 3-game series with the Rockies coming in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then 4 games with the Washington Nationals. You know, there's no way I can't say Senators every now and then, because I played against the Senators for 100 years. They were the Senators, now they're the Nationals.
Well,
tough to adjust.
Saturday they're going to be the Senators. They're going to be wearing the 1936 Senators uniforms. They're against the PCL night.
Still be the Nationals.
For one night, they step back in time.
Yeah.
0-2 is the count on Bartlett. Runner at first is Denorfia. 6-2 Padres, 8th inning. Pitch high, 1-2.
Talking about the old center, you got to go back to the 30s and the late 20s that they were championship ball club. Walter Johnson, that group.
Oh, yeah.
Long time ago, but.
Next Saturday, celebrating PCL night and 75 years of baseball here in San Diego. Padres wearing the 1936 PCL uniforms.
Big fun.
Throw to first, and DeNorfia is back in. I got a glimpse of those jerseys, and they're kind of that cream color for the base of the jersey, and they have pinstripes. So it'll be a different look.
They were part of the Coast League when they started. Long time ago.
Good lead by DeNorfia at first. 1-2 pitch. And a ground ball base hit right field. Good hitting there by Bartlett. Trying to take third now is DeNorfia. He will slide in safely. Pence has a good arm. But DeNorfia challenged it. And now they're at the corners with only one away for Chase Headley.
Well, Lopez having trouble. Struck out the first batter, then single.
3-hit day for Bartlett.
Headley going for 15 in a row. He got the 15th consecutive game that he got a base hit in. Not very often does that happen, believe me.
So Headley with a couple of doubles, a walk, a stolen base, and a ground out. Bartlett at first, DeNorfia at third. Melanson in some trouble here in the 8th. 6-2 is the Padre lead. Why not add a few more?
Yeah, I think he's going to be in there no matter what.
And Headley takes ball one outside, 1-0. So we spoke of Melanson being a University of Arizona guy, and what we know very well is Nick Hundley, Padre catcher, on the disabled list still, and will go through his second rehab assignment game tonight for Tucson. He'll catch 6 innings. Hit a 3-run homer in last night's game for Tucson.
I think we'll see him soon.
Here's the 1-0. Fastball strike call outside corner, 1-1. And then the plan is for Nick to DH tomorrow and then evaluate him. And some interesting decisions for Jed Hoyer and Buddy Black coming soon.
Well, he's a big part of the ball club.
Here's the 1-1 to Headley, low and in. It squirts away from Cancel. Here comes DeNorfia. He slides in safely. And it's 7-2 Padres. No hesitation there by DeNorfia. And looking at Melanson, hope he's all right, because DeNorfia came in sliding spikes first and took the leg out from under Melanson, unintentionally, of course. He was kind of standing on home plate without the ball.
Those folks in San Francisco, Andy, are really still ticked off for what happened to a great catcher.
So a run home on a pass ball, charge to Cancel. Up to second base now goes Bartlett. 7-2 is the Padres lead. Headley with a count of 2-1 on him. And now he'll step back into the box. 2-1. Now Melanson ready to go. 2-1 pitch. And Headley, a defensive swing there, came up empty. 2-2. Melanson wearing a little dirt on his back after having to try to cover home plate and getting upended there by DeNorfia. Pitchers don't get dirty usually, you know.
They're not supposed to.
Here comes the 2-2 and a swing and a foul tip at the plate. So Headley stays alive. So Melanson not used to coming into games that are lopsided on this side. He has converted each of his last 4 save opportunities. Of course, this his team on the other end. But he's pretty much a strike thrower and has struggled a little bit with control here tonight. 2-2 is the count. Bartlett stands at second. A run is home on the pass ball. And a 2-2 pitch now to Headley. It's outside, full count.
Reminder also, right here at Petco Park, 2 Claytons going at it. Richardson for the Padres and Mortensen for the Colorado Rockies. That's Richard, not Richardson. I know who he is. Left-hander.
Left-hander from Indiana. 3-2 now to Headley. Grounded foul, first base.
But anyway, that's going to be a big series for the Padres.
Oh, yeah.
The Rockies are, fighting hard and long. Starting today, Colorado was in third place, 5 games behind Arizona. Today, they lost to the Giants. So now they're 4.5 behind, or 5.5 behind the Giants. And did Arizona win or lose?
Arizona lost.
Then they're even up 5 behind Arizona.
3-2 and a swing and a miss. High fastball that time, and Headley swings and misses. Second strikeout for Melanson here in the inning, and 2 away. And that'll bring to the plate Ryan Ludwig with a man at second base. Ludwig has been on 3 of the 4 times. 2 walks, a hit batter, scored a couple of runs, and flied to right field.
Yeah, he's turned it around so dramatically, it's hard to believe. In the month of May, he was the best player in the National League. In the month of April, he might have been one of the poorest players. Nothing worked for him. Boy, he came on strong.
Padres now with 10 hits in the game. They have 7 runs off those 10 hits and lead 7-2 in the bottom of the 8th inning. And a swing and a miss. Ludwig. Fastball in on the hands. 0-1. And there was 21,958 here in the ballpark. Some have headed for home. Probably spending some dinner hours with the family. That's always a good thing.
Well, it's a nice day, too.
Very pleasant
to watch the game.
There's a pitch. Checked and took it just off the plate outside. 1-1. As Jerry told you, this long homestand continues. Monday is the first of a 3-game set against those Rockies. And then 4 against the Nationals before the Padres hit the road to see the Rockies again. And then interleague play again with games in Minnesota and Boston.
You get to see Adrian.
1-1 is in for a strike. 1-2. I'll admit it's going to be strange to see Adrian in that Red Sox uniform.
Yeah, you're right. He's having a big year for him.
Yes, he is.
Big year.
I thought when he went there that there's a chance he could win a batting title with that left field wall the way it is. And
the way he hits in there, yeah.
Just keep shooting that ball to the left. Look at the runner Bartlett at second. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. There's strike 3. And Melanson winds up striking out the side. Around a couple of hits. 1 an outfield job and 1 an infield single. But a run scores on the pass ball by Cancel. We have played 8 innings. We'll head to the top of the 9th. It's the Padres 7 and the Astros 2. This is Padre Baseball, XX 1090, and the Padres Radio Network. So Pat Neshek will come on, and he will work the ninth inning here for the Padres. Another change defensively. It'll be Blake T-Cody, who came in as a pinch hitter. He'll stay in the game in left field, so the pitcher spot is now fourth in the batting order. Ryan Ludwig is done for the day. So Neshek just trying to finish things out here with the Padres in front 7-2 in the top of the ninth. It'll be Matt Downs to lead it off, batting for the second time. And first pitch fastball strike on the outside corner. 0-1 from the Submariner, Pat Neshek.
He's a guy you got to get used to. It isn't that he's overpowering in any way, but the way he pitches is tough to pick up.
Neshek's 0-1 is fouled straight back and out of play. Somebody made a great catch. I couldn't see it, but after a foul ball goes straight back like that and there's applause, you know somebody made a great catch. So Neshek with that very unique style. Kind of an old-time windup. Kind of swinging those arms in front of him and then back, and an 0-2 pitch just missed outside, 1-2.
Yeah, that's his greatest asset, is the unusual way he delivers the ball. It's not so much his stuff. You don't see that anymore. Very unusual.
14th appearance, 1-0 and a 1.98. 1-2 pitch in the air, right field, foul, and out of play. And the other interesting thing about the delivery is after he delivers the ball, he almost is like he's pointing straight up. He points that right hand straight up in the air. I guess that's a follow-through type of mechanism for him. Now the wind for the 1-2. Just missing low. 2-2.
It's hard to see from here. Looks pretty good.
Neshek will climb back off the back end of the back side of the mound, that is. Rubbed up a new baseball. And ready to go once again. 2-2. Here it comes. And a pop-up. Right side. Foul territory. Maybe for Hawk. He clears the first base coach and makes the grab right near the stands. One away in the ninth inning. Top of the order now for Michael Bourne against Neshek. Well, the Padres looking for their first 3-game winning streak here at home this year. And look to take this series from the Astros should things hold the way they are now. And a 7-2 Padres lead in the ninth inning. First pitch, strike right down the middle, 0-1. Bourne taking, knows they need base runners. Smart idea. And the 0-1, slider missing outside, 1-1. Not a lot of difference in the miles an hour between Neshek's assortment of pitches, but again, it's the way they come at you. There's the 1-1. Swing and a miss.
Pulled the string.
Change up big time on that one, 1-2.
First one they thrown.
One ball, 2 strikes the count here on Michael Bourne. Pitch low and outside. 2-2. So the Major League Baseball draft tomorrow. We'll have Assistant General Manager Jason McLeod join us at some point tomorrow night. And a ground ball to the right side. Alberto Gonzalez will charge, field, and throw to first in time. 2 down in the ninth inning.
Yeah, one thing, it won't make a lot of difference early on with the draft because it takes 3 or 4 years for these guys to mature. But the future is being drafted tomorrow. We'll find out what it is down the line.
So Clint Marmis will stand in here against Neshek. Scoreboard saying get on your feet. Those that have stayed around are doing just that. Padres leading 7-2. The pitch by Neshek is strike one on the outside corner. 0-1.
Well, still in the dugout is the starting pitcher, Matt Latos, because he can get this win into 4-6 now with a chance to keep moving.
The 0-1. Line shot. Scooped up nicely there at third by Headley. Throws across. It's in time and the ball game is over. And the San Diego Padres have taken the series, beating the Houston Astros here at Petco Park this afternoon. A final score of 7-2. Padres streaming out of that first base dugout and exchanging pleasantries there as Matt Latos picks up the win. His 4th of the season. Padres win it 7-2. Back with a recap in in just a moment. This is Padre Baseball, Double X 1090 in the Padres Radio Network.